Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Live from Christian Academy, Louisville English Station campus, it's Lady Centurion basketball. As tonight the Lady Centurions 18-6 have a rematch against the Manual Lady Crimsons coming into the game at 19-6. Hello everybody, I'm Mike Botello, privileged to bring you tonight's play-by-play as the Centurions, who played Manual just 4 games ago in the LIT, where Manual took care of them 53-38, take on this Lady Crimson team who's ranked 8th in the state in the AP poll and try to get revenge from that game that was one of their 6 losses on the season. We're going to take a moment for the national anthem.
Please pray with me. Dear Jesus, thank you for this day. Thank you that we're all able to be here. Please help us to stay safe and play good and to play in your glory. Amen.
So we're about to introduce the starting lineups. As I said, the first time these two teams played, Manual with a impressive 53-38 victory that propelled them to go to the very final game against Sacred Heart in the LIT. And one of the worst games of the year for the Lady Centurions. It can't get much worse than that. They opened up in that first half 2 for 22. Of course, did not have Jaya McClure for that game either. McClure is back for sure. Hopefully the shooting eye will be back as well. Starting lineup tonight for the Lady Crimsons is going to be Jakayla Thompson, the freshman. This is a very young Manual team who has come of age over the last month. Thompson averaging 9.8 points a game. Sydney Tolbert, another freshman, joins her in the starting lineup, 9.2 points a game. Has 9 threes on a year. The sophomore leading scorer on the team, Kennedy Lee. She is averaging 12 points a game, 9.8 rebounds a game for the Manual team. Janae Riley, 7.1 points a game, 4 rebounds a game, the only senior in the starting lineup. And Deja White, a sophomore, 7.9 points a game, 4.2 rebounds a game. They are coached by Jeff Sparks in his 7th season with Manual, 147 wins, 60 losses. The Centurions, it'll be Sydney Rocky, the junior, 8.9 points a game, 3.6 rebounds a game. Joining her, Shelby Calhoun, the Miss Basketball nominee. She's got a double-double, 15.6 points a game, 12.4 rebounds a game. Alexa Breedlove in the middle, 5.1 points a game, 5 rebounds a game. Mia Beam coming in, one of 3 double-digit scorers for the Centurions on the year. The senior going to Cornell, averaging 11.7 points a game, has 42 threes on the season to lead Centurions. And then a point guard for the Centurions, the sophomore, Jaya McClure. She's averaging just under 12 a game, 4.4 rebounds a game, has 25 threes on the season. Again, for the Centurions, it'll be Rocky, Calhoun, Breedlove, Beam, and McClure. For Manual, it'll be Thompson, Tolbert, Lee, Riley, and White. And it'll be Calhoun against Lee in the opening tip for the Centurions and the Lady Crimsons. Centurions in their home whites. Crimsons in their visiting red and white uniforms. A little bit of blue trim in there as well. Ball's in the air. Tip is controlled by Manual. Ball did not really go very straight up, kind of went to the Manual side, and they get the tip. Out top is Sydney Tolbert, the point guard for this team, but a lot of interchangeable pieces for Manual. Turnaround shot up, no good by Riley. Calhoun with the rebound. Shelby's going to bring it down. She's going to go straight to the hoop all on her own. Shots up, no good. Breedlove with the rebound, back up. Nothing called, gets the rebound, no good. Rebound on the ground. Calhoun comes away with it. Centurions 0 for 3. That's kind of how the game started in the LIT. Could not get anything to fall. McClure off to Calhoun at the elbow. Holds the ball high. Off to Rocky. Starts to drive. Now brings it back out. Lobs it into Breedlove. Finds Beam on the right side. Back around to Calhoun. Back to McClure. Around to Pick. Brings it back out. Resets. Now lets a three fly. Good. Jaya McClure with 3. And Centurions go up 3-zip. And that is good to see. Thompson with the ball. Stopped at the free throw line. And now Tolbert takes over. Pick set by Lee. Tolbert goes around it, dishes down low to White. She tries to move on Calhoun. Pump fake. Shot up way too hard. Rebound tip to Calhoun. Shelby brings it down. Spin move. Now brings it back out wisely off to Jaya. Calhoun starts a move. Dishes off to Breedlove, who comes outside. She's going to go to the hoop with a shot. No good. Rebound comes down to Lee. Kennedy Lee, 12 points, 11 rebounds in that first game. Colbert hesitates against him. McClure goes in. They're going to catch McClure for the foul. Nice hesitation move by Colbert to get to the hoop. That is the first on Jaya. Tolbert to the line for 2. She is an 87% free throw shooter on the season. She had 10.7 rebounds in that first game, and she hits the first. She gets Manual in the scoring column. Centurions with 3. Manual now with 1. 6:15 to go first quarter. Shot is up and good. Tolbert hits both. No pressure by Manual. They just stay back. I'll pick you up as you cross the half-court line. Breedlove with the ball. Tries to get Lee to come out of the lane. McClure off to Rocky. She's picked up by White. McClure starts to drive. Ball knocked free. Breedlove has it now. Rocky, open 3. Off the front. Down. No good. Rebound to Lee. Lee gives it off to Colbert. Manual wants to run. McClure starts Colbert. Goes around a pick. Drives. Dishes outside. To the hoop goes Thompson. Shot almost blocked by Calhoun. Rebound comes down to White. She's back up. Fouled by Breedlove. That'll be the first on Alexa. And to the line goes Deja White. She is just a 46% free throw shooter on the season. Shot is up, way short. Manual averaging 58 points a game coming into the game. Centurions 58 as well. Centurions giving up 43 a game. Second shot is good. Manual only giving up 39 points a game. A very tough defensive team. We're tied, I thought we're tied at 3. I think I gave, Tolbert hit both her free throws. It is tied at 3. Now the board is corrected. Beam picks it up to Breedlove. She starts to drive. Gives it off to Beam. 3 in the air by Mia. Off the front, no good. Rebound to Lee. Centurions not getting it inside at all. Tolbert, very quick guard, has it out front. Usually drives around a pick, then dishes. Now she goes to Lee. Wide open for the 3. No good on the shot. Rebound. Out of bounds, Centurion ball. Centurions have hit 1 shot. They may be about 1 for 9 in this game already. Beam looking inside, nowhere to go. Around it goes. Rocky around a pick by Calhoun. 3 by Jay again. No good again. There's going to be a foul. And it's going to be on Breedlove for pushing off, I believe. And that's going to be the second on Alexa and Delaney Gardner in the game. Breedlove out. So McClure with the only full court pressure, not letting Colbert get the ball, and Thompson will bring it across midcourt. She's picked up by Beam. Double team comes. Driving to the hoop all the way is Riley, and she gets the 2. Manuel goes up by 2, 5-3. Quickly the other way. Rocky pulls it back out. Lobs it to Calhoun. Backing down is Shelby. Shot's no good. Rebound comes down to Lee. Tolbert across midcourt. Starts to go left. Now gets it off to Riley. Thompson tries to go. Beam stops her. Around it comes to Riley. Back to Thompson. Caught in a pick. Off her foot. Rocky comes away with it. She's going to feed Beam. Beam ahead of the track. Goes up and hits the layup. Tough layup over Tolbert. And we're tied at 5. Stolen by the Centurions again. Calhoun, ball knocked away from behind her. Here comes Manuel the other way. Lob goes to Lee, and she's going to get an E. Nope, misses the crib. Rebound up and good by Thompson, who trailed. Manuel back up by 2. Quickly the other way. Calhoun with it. Tries to move on Riley. Drives in, dishes down low. Gardner can't handle the hard pass. Out it comes. McClure fakes the shot, goes inside. Shot is up, no good. Rebound to Lee. Thompson starts to drive from behind. Beam knocks it, goes into the face of Rocky. Don't know how she caught that one, but she's able to come away with it. Beam stops, gives off to Rocky. Open 3 in the air, no good. Off front of the rim, Tolbert gets it while she's running the other way. Going to come in against Beam, blocked by Beam. And able to save it from going out of bounds, and that should be a foul on Riley, trying to take the ball from Beam. It is going to be on Janae Riley, her first on Manuel. Couple subs in. Ayana Stroud into the game. Out goes Thompson. Riley comes out of the game as well. Into the game is Madison Brittle. First subs of the game for Manuel. 2:44 to go first quarter. 2-point lead for the Lady Crimsons. Beam around to pick. Looks for help. Gets it off to Embry, who's come into the game to give Rocky a breather. Embry off to Calhoun. She goes down. Triple team. Looks for help. Out to McClure. 3 in the air. No good. Centurions are going to have to hit those threes. As every time Shelby gets it down low, a triple team comes. Really anybody, and it's a triple team. 3 in the air and good by Ayana Stroud, her 12th 3 of the year. 5-point lead for the Lady Crimsons. Calhoun around a pick, drives, running 10-footer, no good. Out of bounds, Centurion ball. So just as in the LIT game, Centurions cannot buy a basket. We're going to have a timeout by Coach Pridemore. 1:59 to go in the first quarter. 10-5, Manuel with the lead. Christian Academy wishes to thank our athletic trainer from Court, the best in rehab, for being the official sports medicine and rehabilitation provider for the Centurions. Court has several convenient locations throughout Louisville, Lexington, and southern Indiana, and offers the best in physical and occupational therapy as well as sports medicine coverage to local high schools, colleges, and community organizations. Visit Court on the web at www.court.com. That's Court, K-O-R-T, the best in rehab. Now, since the LIT, this Manuel team has gone 2-2. They had a victory over E-Town, who the Centurions face off next, 44-41. A victory over Mercy, 61-59. Then back-to-back losses to Sacred Heart, 56-67, and to Butler. Calhoun gets the ball underneath. Good play drawn up by Coach Pridemore. Centurions get inside, score 10-7 Manuel. Stroud brings the ball up, picked up by Embry. Looks for help. Gets it off to Brittle. Ball knocked free by Calhoun. Gardner tries to come up. She puts some pressure on Kennedy Lee. Able to get the ball off, but she stepped out of bounds. It'll be Lady Centurion ball. Great D by Delaney. Gardner came and trapped her right across that midcourt line on the sideline. Lee had nowhere to go. except out of bounds, which is where she stepped. McClure with the ball. Finds Beam in the corner. Thought about the three. Now thinks better of it. Gets it back out to McClure. McClure starts the drive. Gives to Embry's. Got an opening. Covered up quickly, though. White comes out on her. Embry goes around. Fires a pass down low to Gardner, but goes way over her head. It'll be turnover to Manuel. Thompson back in the game. Out comes Stroud for Manuel. Brittle to throw it in. Thompson against Embry. Here comes Gardner and just takes it away. She comes out on the press. Embry to the hoop and good. Great play by Delaney Gardner. Gardner maybe does that as well as anybody we've seen for a while. When her woman is picking, she comes right around the pick and does a great trap. White with the ball. Gives it back to Brittle. She trapped in the corner. Nowhere to go. McClure with the steal. Good step in by Jaya. Calhoun, ball's knocked away. Embry comes away with a loose ball. McClure drives, gets it out to Beam. Open three for Mia. No good, down deep and out. Ball knocked around, out of bounds. Should be off of Manuel. It is Centurion ball. Great defense by the Centurions. They are trapping every possible moment. That play was made by Jaya, anticipating the pass. The only place it could go, and she was there. Ball into Shelby. Drives. Ball's blocked. Gardner comes away with it. Embry starts to drive. Now she finds Beam. Three in the air by Mia. This time it's nothing but net and good. And Centurions go back in the lead, 12-10. 7-zip run for the Centurions. Under a minute to go. Under 10 seconds to go first quarter. Lee lets a long three fly. No good. Rebound by Beam. We come to the end of one quarter of play. Centurions fought back and have a 12-10 lead over the Lady Crimsons. Scoring in that first quarter, first for Manuel. They're led by Ayana Stroud with 3 on the three-pointer, and 2 points each for Thompson, Tolbert, and Riley, and 1 for Deja White. For the Centurions, they have 5 by Mia Beam, 3 by Jay McClure, 2 each by Shelby Calhoun and Abigail Embry. So whatever Coach Pridemore told the Centurions in their timeout, he needs to bottle it and tell them again. They went on a 7-zip run after the timeout. They were down 10-5. Now lead 12-10 as we begin the second quarter. It should be Centurion ball. As Manuel got the opening tip, no jump balls during that first half of play. This Manuel team, no success. They have been to the finals of the region the last 4 years. They went on 2 of those years to go to the Sweet 16 in the 2015-16 season. Went to the Elite 8 2 years ago before being ousted by Boyd County. The 2 other years, they were ousted in the regional final. 1 year by Sacred Heart, the other year by Mail. So they have had a winning tradition, and you're thinking this year it may go away as they are a very young team, and one of their seniors, their leading player, coming back, Deja Chapman, a senior, hurt at the beginning of the year and has only played in 1 game this year. Then Anna Littlefield, another senior for the team, is going to go play tennis at IUS, broke her hand, and she is not available either. So Centurions, though, first game they played did not have McClure available. Now they do, and we're ready to go. Centurion ball to start the second quarter. It is Rocky and Gardner along with Embry, Calhoun, and McClure. For Manuel, it is going to be Lee and Riley along with Stroud. Calhoun to the hoop, fouled and hits the bucket. Selby getting the ball down low, turns and goes to the hoop. Goes up and over Kennedy Lee and gets the 2 and will go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. Shot is up and good. Shelby improving her free throw shooting so much over the last, I'd say, month. Try to get you caught up in who's in for Manuel. Almost stolen by Embry as she's putting some pressure on Thompson. It is Thompson and Riley along with Lee, Tolbert, and Stroud for the Crimson. Ball gets into Tolbert. McClure backs up. Wait till she comes across midcourt. Should be a pick come up for her at any point. Nope, they're going to throw it to the free throw line to Lee against Gardner. Drives. Shot is up, and there's going to be a foul called, and Lee will go to the line for two. Not sure if it was on Gardner or on Calhoun. It's going to be on Shelby. And Kennedy Lee to the line for two. Kennedy just under 50% on the season from the line. Shot is up and no good. Second shot. This one's good. So, true to her 50%, she hits 1 out of 2, and she stops the 10-point run by the Centurions. 15-11, Christian Academy with the lead here in the second quarter. Embry drives. Nice pass to Gardner, wide open for the crib. Great pass by Embry. That's what she tried to do last time, so she threw the pass over the top and couldn't get it there. That time, a nice wraparound bounce pass. Thompson with the ball, picked up by Embry. Starts to drive. Oh, an extra little step in there, and they're going to catch it. Travel. Ball over to the Centurions. Intermittent buzzer sounds. The referees do not see the Centurions. Had somebody ready to come into the game. Mia Beam ready to report. Rocky ball back out to Calhoun. Almost swiped. Now Shelby drives. Nice spin move. Pulls up. Shot is no good. Rebound comes down to Manuel. Thompson goes all the way. Euro step up. Nice left-handed shot by Jakayla Thompson for her 4th point. 17-13. Centurions with the lead. McClure goes in amongst the trees. She's fouled on the drive, though, by Colbert. That'll be the first on Sydney Colbert. That'll be the 3rd on Manuel in the half. Centurions have 4 team fouls. And Mia Beam back in the game. Out comes Abigail Embry. And as always, a great defensive effort by Abigail and a nice layup and assist. Beam dribbles out of trouble and gets it to McClure. She finds Calhoun. Shelby starts to move, now brings it back out. Now moves to her right. Off to Beam. Back down low to Calhoun. Double teamed. She finds Rocky on the left wing. Step back shot. Rocky, no good. Rebound. Calhoun above everybody. Goes back up. No good. Gardner back up. Good, and she's fouled. Delaney Gardner getting in there, fighting with the girls, and gets the rebound. Foul is on Stroud. Gardner with her 4th point. Goes the line for 1. Delaney, a 50% shooter on the year, misses that shot, but hit the bucket. Got the in there fighting. Key play for the Centurions. Tolbert going to lob it to Lee. Double teamed. Back to Colbert. Starts to drive. Dishes out to Thompson. Now she goes to the side to Riley. Riley tries to drive against Shelby. Spin move in the middle. Where to go? Just stays there. Now Stroud, 15-footer. No good. Calhoun with the rebound. Centurions want to run. Calhoun finds McClure. Jaya, spin move. 10-foot fadeaway. No good. Rebound comes down to Manuel. Stroud with the board. Stroud dribbling. Now Calhoun. Here comes the double team. Gets rid of it over to Riley. Starts her drive. Stops. With the drive now to the hoop is Thompson. Thompson, a nice driver on the left side. Very good job getting that left-handed layup away. 19-15 Centurions. 4:59 to go in the first half. Rocky fakes a shot, drives, passes to Gardner, loses it. Thompson comes away with it as a 2-on-1. Colbert on her right, going to go all the way. Shot is up and good. We're going to have a timeout by Coach Pridemore as Manuel on a little run of their own, a 4-point run to make it 19-17 with 4:47 to go in the first half. To you, E-News. E-News is Cal's online newsletter that allows fans, parents, and supporters of Cal Athletics to keep up with the latest news in Cal sports. E-News is distributed weekly and includes sports from elementary, middle, and high school from all Cal's Kentucky campuses. For questions, Please feel free to contact us at enews@caschools.us. To subscribe, visit our website at caschools.us/Centurion-Athletics. So Manual on a little bit of the run. Centurions had gotten their lead up to 6 at 19-13. Now that lead has been cut to 19-17. This is the first of 2 games tonight. The boys will be taking on Manual following this game. You can just keep your monitor on. You don't have to go out and check back in or anything. We'll just keep it live here and go straight to the game. Calhoun lets the 3 fly. Good by Shelby. Shelby had a couple threes in that first game against this Manual team. 22-17 Centurions. Here comes the double team. Able to get it away to Lee. Almost swiped by Embry from behind. Breedlove on the defense there. Now it goes out. Thompson with the fake drives. Left-handed shot up and good. 10 points for Thompson. It is Embry, Rocky, Breedlove, Beam, and Calhoun for the Centurions as they had some changes at the timeout. Rocky around a pick, now goes off to Calhoun. Holds it above her head. Off to Embry, around a pick by Calhoun. Dishes out to Breedlove. Breedlove in the corner. Beam has it, back to Breedlove, has an opening. Goes to the hoop. She's bumped on her way to the hoop, and she'll go the line for 2. That is going to be the second on Kennedy Lee, and that's the top rebounder on this Manual team. So that is good news. 5th on Manual as a team. Breedlove to the line for 2. First is no good. Breedlove 61% on the year. Lee out. Deja White back into the game. McClure is out. Or McClure back in. Sydney Rocky out for the Centurions. No good on the second. Rebound comes down to Riley. Gives it to Tolbert. She'll bring it down. Picked up by Embry. Drives to the left. Dishes outside. Shot no good by Riley. Calhoun with the rebound and just wants to run. Shelby. Euro steps to the hoop. No good on the shot. Rebound to Thompson. Thompson runs the other way this time. Behind the back. Drives to the left side. Shot is up. No good. Rebound by Thompson. On the ground. Calhoun knocks it away. Thompson recovers. Gets it out to Colbert. Manual resets. 3:08 to go first half. 3-point lead Centurions. Riley drives. Shots up. No good. Breedlove rips down the rebound. Gets it out to Jaya. Jaya tosses ahead to Calhoun. Shelby in between a couple of people. No good on the shot. Rebound comes down to White. Quickly the other way. Thompson drives all the way. Shot is up. No good. Rebound by Stroud. Knocked away by Beam on the ground. Knocks it into backcourt. Bodies all over the floor. Out of bounds. Manual ball. What hustle by both teams. Beam and Stroud and Riley, all 3 on the court going for that ball. Shelby gets a breather as Sydney Rocky back in the game for her with 2:40 to go here in the first half. Tolbert with the ball. Gets it off to Stroud. She's picked up by Beam. Now Tolbert starts the drive. All the way. Left-handed shot is up and good, and she's going to be fouled. Tolbert gets her 4th point. Basket's good. That is the first foul on Embry. And Tolbert to the line with 1, a chance to tie this game. Shot is no good. Rebound grabbed by Breedlove. Ball out of bounds. It'll stay with the Centurions. Jay McClure is going to walk it up. 1-point lead for the Centurions. McClure, 15-footer, good. Had an opening. Took it. Jaya has 5. Put Centurions back up by 3. Tolbert hesitates, drives, gives it off to Riley. She stops. She looks like she travels every time she stops. That foot slides a little bit, but this time they're going to catch the Centurions on a foul. It's going to be on Mia Beam. That's the first on Mia. We got Delaney Gardner and Shelby Calhoun back in the game. Embry and Breedlove out. Breedlove has 2 fouls, so she's going to probably be off the rest of the half. Riley to throw it in. Looking, still looking. Gets it into White. White picked up by Gardner. Now she dishes off to Stroud. Tries to drive against Beam. Shot blocked from behind. Centurion ball. Blocked by Calhoun from behind, then went off Stroud's arm. And Centurions get it back. 1:45 to go first half. McClure off to Calhoun. Goes to Beam on the back door. Fouled and hit the bucket. What a great play drawn up. McClure faked the pass to Beam as she was coming across the free throw line, then gave it to Calhoun on the far elbow, and Beam just kept going. It was open for the layup. I shouldn't say real open because she got fouled, but hit the shot and goes to the line for 1. No good. Centurions can't buy a free throw tonight, but they're up by 5 with 1:31 to go first half. Tolbert tries to drive, dishes off. Now Thompson has it. Good switch by McClure to stop Thompson. Stroud with the ball. She's trying to drive against Beam. Dishes outside. Tolbert drives against Calhoun. Shots up good, and she's fouled. It's either on McClure or Calhoun. I'm not sure which, but it'll be 2 on whoever gets it. It's going to be on Shelby. That is her second. Tolbert is tiny and fast, able to go around a lot of people. Stroud out. Madison Brittle, the freshman, back in for Manual. Shots up and good. Tolbert has 7. Manual has 24. Christian Academy 26. McClure drives. Looks for help. Finds Calhoun out top. Off to Rocky. Around to Pick. Back to McClure. McClure drives amongst the trees. Gets it back out to Beam. Now Calhoun has an opening. She's going to drive. Shot is up and not going to fall. Rebound fought for. Coming away with it is Tolbert. She's going to push it down. McClure stops her. Oh, and they're going to catch Beam for a ticky-tack foul. That's going to be the second on Mia, so 3 players with 2 fouls on the Centurion. That's going to send Tolbert to the line for 1 in the bonus. First shot is up and good. Tolbert had a chance to tie it earlier with a free throw and had her only missed free throw of the evening. She is 4 for 5 from the line, and she misses that one. Rebound to McClure. 32 seconds to go. McClure just going to back it out. Hopefully play for the 1 shot. We are now under 20 to go. 13 seconds to go. Don't start too quickly. It goes to Calhoun. Back to McClure. She's going to drive. Dishes to Gardner. Out to Beam. 3 in the air. No, it's going to go over the backboard. Out of bounds. 2.6 seconds to go in the first half. Turns full court pressure. Ball comes in. It's going to be a 3-pointer from midcourt. Off the backboard, off the rim by Madison Brittle. We come to the end of the first half of play. 26-25. Centurions with the lead. We'll be back in about 8 minutes to recap first half. Give you second half action from Christian Academy Louisville, where the Centurions lead by 1 at halftime. Welcome back, Christian Academy Louisville Ladies Centurion basketball, where they lead 26-25 in this thriller at halftime. First half had 2 lead changes and 2 ties. The ties were early at 3 and 5. Then Manual actually jumped out to a 10-5 lead, their biggest lead of the game, before the Centurions finished that first quarter on a 7-zip run to take the lead 12-10. Centurions opened the second quarter on a 3-zip run to make that entire run through over the first 2 quarters, a 10-zip run to go up 15-10. But then Manual able to fight back before the Centurions actually up that to a 6-point lead, their biggest lead of the game at 19-13. Then Manual went on a 4-zip run to cut it to 2, and it was back and forth. Manual actually cut it to 1 at 2 different times in the first half, one of those times being at the end of the first half when it was 26-25. And I just noticed we had a scoreboard go out here as we approach the second half. Scoring in that first half, first for Manual, Jakayla Thompson, 10 points, of which I believe all 10 are on layups or within 5 feet of the basket. 8 points for Sydney Tolbert, who drives to the hoop as well. She has 4 free throws and 2 buckets. 3 points for Ayana Stroud, 2 points for Janae Riley, and 1 each for Kennedy Lee and Deja White. For the Centurions, they're led by Shelby Calhoun with 8. Mia Beam has 7. 5 points for Jaya McClure, 4 points for Delaney Gardner, and 2 for Abigail Embry. Foul issues, 2 fouls on 3 different players for the Centurions. Shelby Calhoun, Alexa Breedlove, and Mia Beam, and 2 fouls on Kennedy Lee and Ayana Stroud for Manual. Second half, it'll be Manual's ball. Centurions come out with their starting 5 of Calhoun, Breedlove, Beam, Rocky, and McClure. Manual comes with their 5 as well of Riley and Kennedy, Thompson, Tolbert, and White. Riley to throw it in, and Thompson will bring it across midcourt, guarded by Beam. So Tolbert had been the ball handler in the first half, and this time it was Thompson. Ball's going to be lobbed into Lee. She powers down, shot up, no good. Ball tipped by Calhoun. Breedlove comes away with it. Jaya McClure brings it down to set the offense. Both teams have been in man-to-man the entire game. Played a Beam underneath. They ran it to end towards the last 2 minutes of the first half. They run it again. That first time it was successful. This time Mia can't convert. Rebound comes down to Manual. Instead of going to the hoop, Mia faded away a little bit. White drives to the middle, nowhere to go. Back out to Tolbert. Thompson drives to her left, gives it off to White. Drives in the middle, stops. Out to Riley. She drives. Shots up, no good. Good block out by Mia Beam to get the rebound. Gets it off to McClure. Jaya, nobody picks her up. Finds Rocky in the corner. She drives baseline. Nice pass to Breedlove. Shot is up. Can't get it to fall. Gets the rebound. Back up, and we've got a jump ball. Tolbert tied her up. Coach Pridemore looking for the foul. But referees stick with the jump ball. They're not going to change their mind. Centurion ball on the jump ball. Oh, Beam threw the ball in, and Thompson knocked it, and Beam, natural reaction, almost caught the ball. Last second, pulled her hands back so it would go out of bounds and stay with the Centurion. She catches it. It's Manual ball. Calhoun, spin move down low, tries to dump it to Breedlove. Goes a little too far. Back to Manual. Thompson going to walk it down. McClure guarding Tolbert rather closely, so they decided not even to mess with that. All the way to the hoop, blocked by McClure. Rocky comes away with it. Thompson gets the move on the left side. 3 in the air by Calhoun is no good. Rebound, Lee above everybody. Off to Tolbert, pushes ahead to Riley, goes baseline. Goes to White, shot is up, no good. Rebound Calhoun. She's got her and McClure on the break. Shelby going to go all the way, push, no call. Ball, rebound Manual. There was a body check on that play, no call. 15-footer up and good by Kennedy Lee, and Manual goes ahead. McClure drives, stops, Down to Breedlove. Out to Rocky. 3 in the air from the corner by Sydney is no good. Jaya with the rebound. Back up, no good. Rebound fought for. Lee comes away with it. Centurion's a little out of sync right now. Colbert drives, dishes. 15-footer, no good. Rebound. White fights for it, and there's going to be a double dribble. I tell you, officials are not catching it, but every time Lee or White catches the ball, there's a little bit of foot shuffling. Not much, but enough that a travel should maybe be called, but has not been called so far. Rocky around to pick. Centurions with only 2 threes in that first half. One by McClure, one by Rocky. Calhoun goes down low, gets the rebound. Shot is back up, no good. Gets the rebound, fights for it. Goes back up, no good. Gets the rebound again, pump fakes. Goes up, and she is going to be fouled this time, and it's going to go through. 4th time is a charm. Calhoun is not going to be denied. Foul is on Kennedy Lee. That is her 3rd. And Shelby was not going to leave without getting a bucket. Free throw is up and good. Bounces its way in. Centurions go up by 2, 29-27. 4:51 to go, 3rd quarter. Thompson around a pick. Calhoun comes out to tie her up. Riley gets it. Drives, 10-footer up, no good. Blocked partially by one of the Centurions. I believe it was Rocky. Now ball goes outside. Baseline drive by White. Calhoun stops her. Out it comes to Riley. Riley drives. And there's going to be a foul on McClure. She comes in to try to get the jump ball. They call the foul instead. That'll be the 2nd on Jaya. And out of the game comes Kennedy Lee. In comes Brittle. That's big for the Centurions. Kennedy Lee only with 3 points on the evening, but she has been a force on the boards and underneath on defense. Brittle gets the ball to Riley. Thought about the 3, wants to drive, gets it back out to Brittle. Thompson starts to drive, stopped. Centurions playing great D. Riley drives against Breedlove. Spin move. Goes up. Blocked by Calhoun. McClure comes away with it. Did a spin move. Calhoun anticipated. Spun right into her. Shelby with the ball. Drives. Dumps. Nice pass to Breedlove for an easy 2. First 2 of the game for Breedlove. Centurions up by 4. We got a timeout by Coach Sparks. His first of the game. 3:43 to go in the 3rd quarter. 31-27, Centurions with the lead. You can follow Cal Athletics on Twitter for Centurion Athletic news and game updates. Go to Cal Athletics at Centurion AD, or you can get games and scores and schedules on the website, www.caschools.us/Centurion-Athletics. If you're coming to a game where the boys are playing again on Saturday evening against DeSales here, you need to have some Cal apparel, or if you go to Bullitt Central on Thursday night, and you can get that at the Centurion Armory. The Armory is Cal's retail store with a full line of clothing, accessories, and merchandise for every Centurion fan. The Armory is open Tuesday through Friday, 2:30 to 4 p.m. So to start this second half, Manual came out and took a quick lead, 27-26. After the Centurions probably missed their first 4 shots, but now the Centurions have gone on a 5-zip run to go up by 4, 31-27, probably sparked by Shelby Calhoun's 4 straight attempts on 3 offensive rebounds that she was not going to be denied. Finally got the bucket and the free throw. It is Manual's ball. They have Tolbert and Riley, along with White, Brittle, and Thompson in the game. Riley with the ball gets it off to Thompson. She's picked up by Beam. It is McClure and Beam, Breedlove, Calhoun, and Rocky for the Centurions. They're starting 5. Riley drives against Rocky, now dishes out to Tolbert. She drives, dishes. Thompson has it, tries to move, spin move. Beam stays with her, and they're going to catch Beam for the foul. That's going to be the third on Mia. That'll send Thompson to the line for 2. It'll be her first time to the line tonight. She's 64% on the season. And the southpaw takes 3 dribbles, as told to us by the band, as they count out every dribble. And she hits the free throw, 31-28. Second shot way short. That didn't even hit the rim. They finally call it. I didn't think the officials were going to call that. So the ball goes over to the Centurions. McClure pushes it up. Manuel a little slow getting back. Almost loses control of it. Now has control again. Pass goes to Rocky, right wing. Finds Beam, cutting around a pick. Mia picks her dribble up, looks for help. Finds Breedlove at the free throw line. Back out to Rocky, they reset. Beam has an opening, drives, gives it off to Calhoun. Back to Beam, right corner. Finds McClure. Good patience by Centurion. McClure drives, gives it off to Beam. Finds Rocky out top this time. 2:40 to go, third quarter. Ball knocked away on the ground. Manuel comes away with it. All the way to the hoop. Got a push off by Brittle, but no call. Her elbow was out there. Pushed Rocky in the back, who's trying to run away from her so she wouldn't foul. Missed the shot. Centurions come away. McClure passes inside. Ball knocked away. Almost a foul call. Official actually had his arm up, then brought it back down when Manuel got the ball. Riley gives off to Thompson. Out top is Riley again. Off to White. White finds Tolbert, starts to drive, brings it back. Riley drives, dishes to Tolbert. Running 10-footer, no good. Rocky with the rebound. Rocky, she's going to bring it across midcourt, finds Calhoun, fakes the 3, starts to drive, dishes down low, passes knocked by White, and it's going to be a jump ball, and that'll go to Manuel. Embry in the game, Rocky out. First sub for the Centurions this half. 1:35 to go, third quarter, 31-28 Centurions. This is a 5-3 quarter on the scoreboard right now. Neither team able to find the hoop. Riley fakes the 3, drive, shot is up, no good. McClure with the rebound. She has Beam on the left, lobs it to Mia, 15-footer in the air, no good. Rebound comes down to Brittle. Manuel tries to run the other way. Brittle all the way to the hoop, shot is up, no good. Breedlove, nice block out of White, gets it off to Beam. Has a 3-on-2, McClure on the left, Abigail Embry on the right, and Embry gets it and brings it back out. Embry, hawked by Thompson, starts to drive, gets it off to Breedlove. He brings it out, 48 seconds to go, third quarter. McClure drives, dishes, ball knocked away and stolen by Brittle. Brittle comes down against Breedlove, goes all the way to the hoop, can't convert, Beam with the tip, Embry comes away with it. Embry avoids the double team, smart move, gets it to Breedlove, finds Calhoun in the corner. Shelby goes baseline, double team, no good on the shot, gets her own rebound, pump fakes, goes up, no call. Coach Pridemore going crazy, and rightfully so. To the hoop, blocked by McClure as Tolbert, as the Manuel fans get off their feet. Beam underneath, gets the 2. So we have a hockey game going on, and basketball just broke out. 33-28 Centurions. At the buzzer, shot up by Thompson, no good. And we come to a low-scoring third quarter, a very physical third quarter, and Centurions somehow have upped their lead from 1 to 5. So that quarter, Centurion scored 7 points. Manuel scored 3, a 7-3 quarter. And neither team looking very smooth, but both defenses looking amazing. Scoring through 3 quarters for Manuel, 11 for Jacayla Thompson, 8 for Sydney Tolbert, 3 each for Kennedy Lee and Ayana Stroud, 2 for Janae Riley, and 1 for Deja White. For the Centurions, they're led by Shelby Calhoun with 11, 9 for Mia Beam, 4 for Delaney Gardner, 5 for Jaya McClure, 2 each for Alexa Breedlove and Abigail Embry. Mia Beam has 3 fouls going into this fourth quarter. Kennedy Lee for Manual has 3 fouls going into this fourth quarter. Save the date, Cal Athletics will host their annual golf classic on Monday, May 11th at Persimmon Ridge Golf Club. This is the athletic department's only fundraiser and benefits the Christian Academy Athletic Department and all the Kentucky campus teams. Proceeds are used towards equipment, facility improvements, uniforms, coaching, development, and training needs. And I'm telling you, if you got a day off or want a day off, make it on May 11th. Just a beautiful day out of Persimmon Ridge, a beautiful golf course. But now we're back to basketball. Centurion ball, Embry McClure. Delaney Gardner in the game, Beam and Calhoun. Calhoun has it at the elbow, finds Beam. 3 in the air by Mia is good. Nice play. She started to run the play where she goes to the bucket, and this time cut back outside, nailed the 3. It is Tolbert and Thompson. Lee back in the game along with Stroud and White for Manual. Gardner out on Lee. Ball gets off to Tolbert. Now Thompson has it. Embry comes out on her. Centurions played great D this half. Stroud drives against Beam. Stop. Ball gets off to White. Dribbles off her leg on the ground. Beam and Gardner have it. Ball is thrown. Coach Pridemore screaming for timeout. Nobody gives it to him. Coach Tolbert. I said Coach Tolbert. I'm looking at Coach Pridemore, and Tolbert has the ball. Ball knocked away by Calhoun on the ground. It's a jump ball. Delaney Gardner in there fighting. Calhoun knocked it free. Ball goes to the ground, and Gardner fighting for it. Arrows going to Manual as Centurion started the fourth quarter. And I'm telling you, it is physical, and it is crazy down there on the court. Riley back in the game. White out for Manual. Riley to throw it in. Ball gets into Tolbert. Thompson has the ball, back to Stroud. Thompson and Stroud play a little catch. Now Stroud decides to play catch with Riley. Now they start to move. Manuel is going with a little bit of a weave, and we're going to have a timeout. Coach Sparks doesn't like how the weave looks. Called the timeout to talk about it. As we said, stay tuned right after this game. The boys will be taking on Manual. And then later this week, the boys will be going to Bullitt Central on Thursday night. They'll be hosting DeSales right here on Saturday evening. Girls off until next Tuesday when they'll be traveling to Elizabethtown Centurions on that night. The boys will be hosting sister school Christian Academy of Indiana. Then on Thursday the 20th, the boys travel to Atherton. The girls here at home with Mercy. Then Friday the 21st, last regular season game of the year. That'll be right here, of course, on senior night. Come out and cheer on the seniors as both boys and girls will be taking on Collins. Girls game will be at 6 that night. The boys at 8 with senior festivities in between games. We're back to action here. Riley to throw it in. She's going to lob it in deep to Lee and lobs it very deep, way too deep. It's about 10 yards past her. Out of bounds, Centurion ball. Centurion's up by 8, a chance to put it up by 10 if they can convert a bucket here. This 8-point is the biggest lead of the game for them. Calhoun gives it off to Beam. Looking for Shelby underneath. Shelby backs down now out to Gardner to McClure. Shelby around a pick by Gardner. Has an opening. Pulls up 15-footer good. Jaya McClure with 7. Puts the Centurions up by 10. Their biggest lead of the game. Riley brings it down. Drives against Calhoun. She thinks better of it. Brings it back out. What defense by the Centurions this half. Tolbert thinks better of driving. Now Thompson goes baseline. Dishes to Lee. 10-footer up. No good. Calhoun with the rebound. Calhoun's going to walk it across midcourt. She's picked up by Riley. Goes to the corner by Gardner, who frees up and gives it to McClure. Around a pick by Gardner. Hesitates, gets by Lee. Off balance shot, no good. Rebound to Tolbert. She pushes it the other way. Corner it goes to Thompson. Going to throw it inside to Lee. Guarded by Gardner. Starts to go left, goes back right, and gets the bucket. Kennedy Lee had it very, very deep that time. Tough to stop. That stops a 7-zip run by the Centurions. Embry with the ball. Goes across to Gardner, looks for help and gives it to Calhoun. 5 minutes to go. Shelby, lane to the hoop that she takes and draws the foul and hits the bucket. Well, that was the perfect angle for us right up here, and we could see that angle. She was either going to get the hoop or get fouled, and she got both. Foul was on Riley, her second. Calhoun to the line. Try to give Centurions their biggest lead of the night at 11. They've had it at 10 twice. She hits the free throw. 41-30 Centurions. Boys in the corner ready to come out and play, but they're going to have to wait for at least 4:50. Riley with the ball inside to Lee. She backs down against Gardner. And she's going to travel. They finally call it. Move the pivot foot, trying to get free. Shelby came down for the double team, and Lee with nowhere to go, and here comes full court pressure. McClure back over to Calhoun. Shelby's going to dribble across, beat the double team, dishes to Embry in the corner. She brings it back out and finds Shelby. Rocky is in the game for Beam now. We have 4:24 to go. Calhoun's going to drive, stops out to Gardner. Rocky starts to drive behind the back, brings it back out. Dangerous pass to Calhoun, but Shelby able to get it. Here comes the double team, back to Shelby. Pump fakes, goes in for the layup and two. If you're going to double team Jaya, you better look for Shelby because she's going to get it to her. She's open. Three in the air by Riley is no good. Rebound Lee. Back up, she's going to draw the foul. Lee a definite height advantage underneath. Foul's going to be on Delaney Gardner, her first. Manuel, if you're wondering, only a 27% shooting team from three-point lane. You only take 10 a game. So not a real prolific three-point shooting team. Lee to the line for two. And she hits the first. She was 1 for 2 tonight from the line. She's 50% on the year. By statistical averages, she should miss this free throw. And she doesn't. Hit nothing but net. Cuts the lead to 11, 43-32. Pressure is up by Manuel. 3:35 to go. Shelby just tells everybody to kind of clear out. Gives it off to Jaya. Around a pick. Jaya brings it back out, gives it to Shelby. Shelby fakes the pass. Long arm layup for Shelby Calhoun. It's one of those where she just extends those long arms, goes under the defender and hits the layup. Lee inside, powers down, turn around 10-footer, no good. They're going to catch Gardner for a foul. That'll be the second on Delaney and sends Lee to the line again for two. They are going down low to Kennedy Lee. She is tough to guard down low. She's 3 for 4 from the line tonight. She's 4 for 5. So she is just taking that 50% I talked about and saying, don't even talk about that. 45-33 Centurions. Breedlove back in the game for Delaney Gardner. What an effort by Delaney Gardner tonight. Second shot up. This one is good as well. 5 for 6 from the line for Lee. And we got a timeout on the floor. 3:11 to go. 11-point lead for the Centurions. 45-34. Would you like to see your business advertised in one of our sports programs in this gym or in one of the athletic fields? Contact the athletic office. to see how you can support Cal Athletics through a banner or program sponsorship. But I'll tell you, Centurions need some wins against this Manual team. Manual leads the series against Centurions. This is 19-5, and Manual has won 12 of the last 13. Whereas this Manual team, they have been, before the 2009-2010 season, they had been to the Final Four twice. They went back to the state final game in 2010-11 season. They were 33-5, lost to Rockcastle County 62-60. They were state champs in the 2011 and 12 season, back to the Final Four in 12 and 13, and then a run of going to the region. 6 straight years after that, back to the state tournament, the Elite Eight and Sweet 16 in 2 of those. So Coach Sparks has had very good luck with this team. Because if you go that much, it really isn't luck. He has done a great job coaching, and they've had the athletes come through this program. But Centurion's in control right now, but we still have 11 to go, 45-34. Centurions with the lead. Ball gets into McClure. She's bumped, no call. Lee gets it on the steal and gets 2. They are letting them play. Rocky has the ball, and there's going to be a timeout by Coach Pridemore. Centurions having a hard time with the press. That ball was going to be stolen right underneath the basket on the pass by Rocky, but the timeout was called before that. 3 minutes to go in this game. 45-36 as Manual has now scored the last 4 points. Christian Academy, their schedule coming up, they are coming off a schedule where they played after the 2A state tournament. The Lady Centurions have had it rough. They played number 5, Casey County, who's number 5 now, with a loss. And the next morning they played Incarnate Word of Missouri, one of the top teams out of Missouri, I think the number 1 team. And then the LIT, they played number 8 Manual. Then they played Ballard. A great game the other night against number 1 Sacred Heart that they dropped by 3. Now number 8 Manual tonight. Their next game is against number 3 Elizabethtown. So if you count Incarnate Word of Missouri as ranked, they will have played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of their next 7 games in this stretch are all against ranked teams. Then you play Mercy, who is not ranked, but usually is. Everybody knows how good they are. We're back here. McClure double teamed, tries to dribble out of it, and they're going to say she stepped on the line. It'll be Manual ball. Riley to throw it into Lee. And here comes the lob to Lee, and Lee able to grab it. But she was a little too deep, out too far. It gets into Riley, knocked away by Calhoun, tries to save it. Lee able to get it. She goes baseline against Breedlove. Goes down low to Thompson. Embry with a nice shove, not called for. Out it comes, three-pointer in the air, and good by Brittle. And all of a sudden, it's 45-39. And Embry, I must admit, they missed a travel there. Gets the ball off to Rocky, knocked out of bounds. Centurions. Manual doing a good job forcing Centurions along the sideline, and they just cannot get it to the middle of the court to give them some breathing room. Ball lobbed into McClure in the backcourt. Here comes the double team. Jaya able to get around it. Drives, goes all the way, tripped on the way to the hoop. Let's see if it's 2 shots or if they're going to get the ball out of bounds. Foul is on Sydney Tolbert. That's her second. And Jaya goes to the line for 2. Jaya, 75% free throw shooter on the year. First shot's good. Embry out, beam in for the Centurions. Second shot by Jaya. She nails them both. She has 9 on the evening. 47-39, Centurions by 8. 2:21 to go. Centurions need to make Manual use some clock. Tolbert's going to let the 3 fly way off. Rebound. Breedlove, a nice rebound. She blocks Lee out. Calhoun with a pass to McClure. Going to go to the hoop. Shots up and good. Great rebound and pass to Calhoun, who then found McClure down the court. Thompson drives, stops, lobs it out. Almost lost with the ball is Brittle. Picked up by Rocky. In the corner it goes. Thompson lets the three fly. Air ball out of bounds. Oh, they're giving it to Manuel. Thought it was off of Lee. Coach Pridemore just claps his hands, says keep going. 1:44 to go. 10-point lead Centurions. Riley to throw it in. Throws it in deep to Brittle. Finds Thompson. Inside it goes to Lee. She hooks Breedlove. You're going to get hammered by Breedlove. She got around, had a hook, and then Breedlove just came around and make sure she wouldn't get the easy two. That's 3 on Alexa. So Kendall Lee has been defying the odds at the line tonight. She is 5 for 6. Hits the first. I think she has been practicing. Second, man, she hits them both. They were nothing but net. Ball gets into Rocky. Back to Calhoun. Manual team yells travel, but no call by the officials. 90 seconds to go in the game. Cross court to McClure, has it. Goes down to Rocky. Tries to go inside. Shot no good, but she's fouled on the shot by Thompson. That'll be the first on Jakayla Thompson. Kennedy Lee coming into the game 54 of 107 from the free throw line. She is 7 of 8 from the line tonight. Sydney Rocky hits her first one. Centurions a little off from the line in that first half, but boy, they have hit the free throws in the second half when they needed them, and Rocky hits both. Centurions 6 for 6 from the line in the second half. They're up by 10 again, 51-41, 1:20 to go. Ball in the corner, 3 in the air by Brittle. Good again. Madison Brittle, only 6 on the season coming into the game, has 2 in this game and cuts the lead back to 7, 51-44. Coming into this game, Madison Brittle 6 of 23 from three-point land for 26% on the season. I think she is 2 of 2 or 2 of 3 tonight. But she has hit 2 key ones, and Manuel will not go away. And we 1:11 to go, 51-44 Centurions. Centurions had a little hard time breaking this press, and we're sure we will see it from Manuel again. Centurions try to hang on to this lead. They have answered the caller after a few turnovers against the press when it initially started. Centurions have answered the bell and broken the press, and either got fouled or easy hoops from it. She'll be Calhoun to throw it in. Official telling her she has the entire baseline. Beam goes long. Ball gets into Breedlove. Alexa takes the dribble. Back to Calhoun. Finds Rocky right in the middle. Sydney brings it across from behind. Knocked away. Breedlove has the ball. Timeout by Coach Pridemore. As Breedlove got it on the sideline, was in a little bit of a jam, but took some time off the clock. We now have 1:02 to go in the game. 51-44 Centurions with the lead and the ball and the arrow for a jump ball pointing their ways. I am not sure how many timeouts Centurions have left. Centurions have 5 team fouls. Manuel has 4, so if Manuel starts to foul, 2 of them are not going to get the Centurions to the line unless it's in the act of shooting. Of course, the boys follow this game. They are anxiously awaiting on the side to take the court. We'll have a quick post game here. And to get ready for the boys game, you do not have to turn your monitor off and come back in. We will just keep it live right here and keep it for you. And then the boys are back in action at Bullitt Central on Thursday night and have DeSales at home on Saturday night. If you cannot make those, we will be live on livesportscaster.com on the Cal Sports Network. But we got unfinished business right here for the Lady Centurions. 1:02 to go, 51-44. It was 26-25 at halftime, so the Centurions have scored 25 points. And held Manuel to 19 during that time. Held Manuel to 3 in the third quarter. Calhoun to throw it in. Calhoun, Beam, McClure, Breedlove, and Rocky. And Here comes the foul. If they call a foul, it is a foul. No, they said Lee touched the ball and was out of bounds. No foul, so it's Centurion ball. Exactly 1 minute to go. Ball comes in deep to McClure, and she's going to be fouled by Tolbert. That is the third on Tolbert, the fifth on Manuel. I think Coach Sparks was trying to get a foul when Kennedy Lee stepped out of bounds earlier. Ball gets in deep to McClure again. She dribbles up against Tolbert, beats everybody. She's going to be bumped, no call. Off to Calhoun. Calhoun gives it off to Beam. Beam gives it off to Breedlove. Here comes a foul by Riley, but still nobody going to the line, as that's only the 16th foul on Manuel. That's the third on Riley. Calhoun to throw it in. We've thrown it in from this spot about 4 times in the last minute. Ball gets into Beam very easily. Mia asks for him to come to her, gets the ball off to Calhoun, and there's going to be a foul. Not sure if it was a foul against Beam or a foul against Calhoun. The foul was against Madison Brittle, but I didn't know who had the ball, and it's Calhoun is going to the line with 1 in the bonus. Shelby 3 for 3 from the line tonight. Shot is up and good. One more for Shelby. Shot is up, hits them both. Shelby with 20 on the evening. Centurions back up by 9. Thompson drives down, crosses over, splits defenders and gets the 2. Nice move by Thompson. Timeout by Coach Sparks. That was a little too easy for this late in the game, but we have 35 seconds to go. 53-46 Centurions. The Centurions trying to go. I told you the Manuel has won 12 of the last 13. The only victory for the Centurions during that time was last year, a 57-42 victory. But other than that, it has been Manuel, unless you go all the way back to the 2009-2010 season, where the Centurions beat Manuel 68-67 in overtime. I believe that was the game where Allison Karst got a last-second layup to beat Manuel. And Centurions twice in 2008 and 2009 with victories, one in the regular season. I believe that may have been the Classic in Lexington, and then 51-49 in the region semifinal. Those were some nice wars in this rivalry back in those days, and that's starting to be readjusted, it looks like, and coming back in these last few years. Centurion ball, Calhoun to throw in. It's McClure, Beam, Rocky, and Breedlove in the game for the Centurions. Breedlove not even guarded, so I'm sure they're going to get her the ball. They get the ball into Rocky, and she tries to get away. No foul. Now Calhoun has it. She dribbles out of trouble. Ball knocked away, but fouled. So Manuel tried for the steal and ate about 5 seconds up. And when they couldn't get it, they fouled Calhoun. Second on Brittle. Shelby to the line with 1 in the bonus. That is the 8th team foul on Manuel, and Shelby hits it. Shelby ekes that one in. Shelby 7 for 7 from the line tonight. 55-46 Centurions. 25 seconds to go. From the corner, no good. Hits the side of the backboard this time. Tolbert with the rebound. No good. Rebound to Calhoun. Calhoun's going to be double teamed. Just dribbles away. Looks for help. And ball's going to be stolen on the pass. Thompson tries to drive. Gets it out to Tolbert. Drive. Puts up a 10-footer. No good. Ball saved by Lee to Calhoun. And that's going to be the ball game. Centurions come away with a huge victory against the 8th-ranked team in the state. 55-46. We'll be back in a minute to recap tonight's contest. Welcome back to Christian Academy Louisville Lady Centurion basketball, where the 11th ranked Lady Centurions defeat the 8th ranked Manual Lady Crimsons 55-46 this evening. It was a game that saw 2 ties and 4 lead changes in the game. In the first quarter, the second tie of the game was at 5-5 when Manual then went on a 5-zip run to go up 10-5, just to be answered by a 7-zip run by the Centurions to take a lead of 12-10 at the end of the first quarter. Centurions able to extend that lead to 15-10, which was the biggest lead they had in the first half. No, I'm sorry, they got up 17-11 by 6 at one point before Manual was able to close that all the way down to a 1-point lead at halftime, 26-25 for the Centurions. Then in the third quarter, defense took over for both teams, and the third quarter score was a whopping 7-3, with Centurions with 7 to give them 33, Manual with 3 to make the score 33-28. And Centurions held Manual to only 3 points in the second half for quite a while going into that fourth quarter, but Centurions couldn't score either. They did get their lead up to 10 at 38-28, extended it to 13 at 43-30, and then again at 45-32 before Manual went on a 7-point run to cut it to 45-39. And you started to get a little worried as the press was taking hold against the Centurions, but that is the closest that Manual would come to the rest of the game. Centurions come away with a 9-point victory, 55-46. Scoring for the game for Manual, they were led by their young lady in the middle, Kennedy Lee, with 13 points on the evening, 8 points for Sydney Tolby, 6 points for Madison Brittle with 2 threes, 3 points for Ayana Stroud, 2 points for Janae Riley and Jacayla Thompson, and 1 point for, Jacayla Thompson. I'm going to say I thought she had more than 2. She had 2 in the fourth quarter. She had 13 for the game. 8 for Sydney Tolbert, 3 for Ayana Stroud, 2 for Janae Riley, and 1 for Deja White. For the Centurions, they were led by Shelby Calhoun, 22 points. Mia Beam with 12, Jaya McClure with 11, 4 for Delaney Gardner, and 2 each for Sydney Rocky, Alexa Breedlove, and Abigail Embry. In that second half, the Centurions went, let me count this up here. Centurions 10 for 10 from the line in the second half, and you got to be happy with that. Shelby Calhoun was 6 for 6 and 2 for 2 each for Jaya McClure and Sydney Rocky. 9 for 9 in the fourth quarter, a lot of those in the closing minutes when Manual started to foul, and that helped Centurions pull the victory out. So Centurions moved to 19-6 on the season. Manual drops to 19-7. The Centurions come away with a tough, well-fought victory tonight against this very good Manual team. And they'll be back in action as they take on number 3 Elizabethtown next Tuesday night as they travel to E-Town for that game. We'll be back here in a few minutes. Keep your monitors on. You'll be able to see video. We'll just go silent on sound for a while as we get ready for the boys' game. Tip-off will be in 16 minutes. We'll be back in about 10 to start talking about pregame for tonight's game against Manual. Again, Lady Centurions victorious 55-46 this evening. Welcome back to Christian Academy Louisville basketball. As now the boys are taking the court after a girls' 55-46 victory over the Lady Crimsons. The boys will take on the boys team from Manual. As the Manual Crimsons come in at 12-9 on the season, the Centurions come in at 10-12. As the Manual team returns 6 of his 8 top scorers, and they are led by senior Eli Roberts, averaging just under 12 a game and just under 6 rebounds a game, shooting 57% from the field. He is the 5th-ranked player in the region in the preseason rankings of players. Second leading scorer in this team, a name you may recognize, sophomore Jawan Northington, not from basketball, but he is the fine football player for this Manual team that went 9-3 this season. Also on the boys basketball team is quarterback Zach Rechtenwald. But Jawan Northington is averaging 10.4 points a game, and as you would think of a football player, he has 9.2 rebounds on the season. Junior Aaron Smith, the third leading scorer in this team, coming in at 8.1 points a game with 17 threes on the season, and the senior Lester Perez is averaging just over 5 points a game, but has 22 threes on the season. This Manual team averaging about what the Centurions do, in fact, less than the Centurions do. They're averaging 65 points a game. Christian Academy averaging just under 67, but the defense is a whole nother story. As the Manual team's allowing 58 points a game, Christian Academy allowing over 70 points a game. Their defense has had a hard time stopping anybody over these past 2 or 3 weeks, and it is shown in the average they're allowing. Front of field, Centurions a better shooting team as they come in at 48% front of field, 37 from three-point land, where Manual comes in at 43 and 28 respectively. Free throws they're pretty even on, but rebounding, Manual a big advantage. They're averaging 34 rebounds a game compared to 29 for the Centurions. So we'll see. Centurions had trouble with a little bit of height in the last few games, more with bulkiness than height. And Manual definitely got a little bit of bulk down there to go with their height. So we'll see if that causes a problem for the Centurions. Common opponents for both teams. Both teams have played Elizabethtown. Centurions got beat by 21 points by Elizabethtown. Manual got beat by 20, so pretty even there. But Ballard a little different story. Of course, Centurions, one of their toughest games of the year, losing 91-45 to Ballard. Manual within 6 points of Ballard, a 68-62 defeat to the hands of the Bruins. For the Centurions, Jacob Sangali, still the leading scorer, comes in at 14.9 points a game, has 53s on the year to lead the Centurions in that area, and also 81% from the free throw line. Junior Braden Daniels been heating it up lately. He's up to 12.7 points a game, leading rebounder on the team at 4.9 rebounds per game. And he had 26 against Lexington Christian the other night, and that lost to the Eagles from Lexington Christian. Stephen Warsh, he's averaging just under 10 at 9.6 points a game, and Tyler McDane at 8.5. But both those players have improved immensely throughout this year. And Nate Sattel at 7.6, Tyler Lagasty 6.1. All those are the top 6 players, although Coach Hibbard goes much deeper than that. I'm hoping we get a cameraman tonight. Brad Morgan doing some school duties that he has not come yet. So we will hopefully get a camera person up here and see what happens.
Please rise for our opening prayer, followed by the national anthem. Tonight's prayer is by Drew Mercer.
Please pray with me. Dear God, thank you for this day. Thank you for everything you've given us. Thank you for letting us come out here and play this game of basketball. Please help us have a safe game with no injuries. In Jesus' name, amen.
Tonight's national anthem sung by juniors Annalise Finch and Maddie Wawrinka.
So a duet for the national anthem was Annalise Finch. I didn't catch the name of the other person, but and opening prayer was by Drew Burson. The starting lineups tonight. First for Manual, it will be number 4, Lester Perez. He's averaging 5.2 points a game, leads the team in threes with 22 of them. Joining him is going to be Koji Anderson. Perez is a senior, Anderson a sophomore, 6.6 points a game. He has 10 threes on the season. Aaron Smith, number 21, the junior in the starting lineup, 8.1 points a game. Jawan Northington, the sophomore, 10.4 points a game, 9.2 rebounds a game. And the leading scorer, senior Eli Roberts, 11.7 points a game, 5.9 rebounds. The lights go off. That means introductions are about to happen for the Centurions, but they'll be starting Jacob Sangali tonight. 14.9 points a game, 2.8 rebounds a game. He has 50 threes on the season. Joining him in the starting lineup, Stephen Wersch, 9.3 points a game, 4.7 rebounds a game on the season. Tyler Lagusty, the point guard, 6.4 points a game, has 33 threes on the season, second on the team. Braden Daniels, 13.4 points a game, 4.6 rebounds, and 21 threes on the season. And finally, Tyler McDaniel, the senior, the left-handed senior, 8.4 points a game, just under, he is averaging 5 rebounds a game. Again, for the Centurions, it'll be Sangali and Wersch, along with Lagusty, Daniels, and McDaniel. For Manual, it'll be Perez and Anderson, along with Smith, Roberts, and Northington. Oh, I'm sorry, Northington is not starting. It's Sheen. I gave the wrong person, Brendan Sheen. And we are joined by Brad Morgan, fresh off his administrative duties and ready to give us analysis for a basketball game, is the very tall Eli Roberts in the middle to jump against Stephen Wersch.
Mike, and I want to say a big thanks to you. I've been in a little bit of an administrative type presentation meeting, and right on my hip was your broadcast, Mike. I couldn't listen to you, but I was able to watch every step, so thank you for bringing the girls' game. What a great win.
Oh, big game, man. It was a big game. Lady Centurions 10 for 10 in the second half on free throws.
That's winning formula right there, Mike.
You missed the third quarter. That we don't have the score, and the score doesn't show up on the thing, but the total scoring in the third quarter was 7-3 in favor of the Centurions. It was a defensive battle in the third quarter.
Not sure. I'm sorry I missed that. I'm glad it went Centurion's way.
Lagusty inside, knocked away. Sangali able to go in backcourt and get it since it was touched. Sangali drives baseline. Stopped by Anderson, out to Wersch. Daniels off to McDaniel, right back to Daniels. Thought about the three, but Roberts came out on him, and it goes to McDaniel. Right back to Daniels, three in the air. Going to be no good. Rebound, Wersch tips it. And ball's on the ground, and coming away with it is Manuel. Well, it is Jawan Northington in the starting lineup. I'm all mixed up on who's out there.
That's all right.
We'll get it straight
Chris
for
Academy man-to-man. Chris Academy took 45 seconds off the clock on that first possession. Got a good shot. Just didn't go down.
Out top, three in the air by Anderson is no good. Rebound. There's going to be a push-off on the football player, Northington.
Northington grabbed from behind and pulled him back. Good to see a miss, Mike, after watching that Lexington Christian game the other day. I didn't think anybody was ever going to miss against the Centurions.
I'm telling you, that was some dead-eye shooting by the Eagles from Lexington Christian. They had 16 threes in that game. Almost stolen, and is it going to be a turnover on the Centurions?
Yeah, sloppy there. That was really an unforced. I mean, Manuel giving a little token pressure. Got to be better than that.
So it is Perez and Anderson along with Northington, Roberts, and Sheen for Manuel. That is who's in there. They're 5. With the ball right now is Perez. Gets it off to Sheen. And he goes out to Roberts, their senior, who's so good. Gets it over to Anderson. Manuel showing patience. Daniel's all over Anderson trying to get the steal. Northington thought about the shot. He's going to back his way down. Spin move, no good. Rebound comes down to Wersch. Gets it off to Lagusty. Centurions want to run. Daniels goes baseline, has an opening. Nice pass to McDaniel for 2.
McDaniel's finishing, Mike, has improved so well over his years here at Cal. Great finish there with left hand.
Perez in the air with 3, and there's that 3 that's hit. So Manual got back down quickly, and they take the lead 3-2.
That's the strength of that secondary break there. Cal not back in time.
Ball knocked away by Perez. Daniels able to come away with it. Worse on the pass. Now goes cross court to Sangali. Open for the 3. Good. And that's good to see. Sangali not on target the other night, hitting his first 3 of the evening. Has got to give him some confidence.
Coach Hibbert implores them to get back on defense.
5-3 Centurions in the early going. Anderson with the ball. Roberts, 15-footer baseline is good.
That's a nice shot by Roberts. I don't have his stats right in front of me, but that's a tough shot. I'd live with that all day.
He's shooting 57% from the field on the year. Leading scorer for this Manual team. Northington cross to Anderson. Sheen drives and he travels.
Hope he's okay. Looks like he's fine. He had a flat tire as he went through the lane there.
So you see number 23, Jawan Northington, the running back for this team. How would you like to try to tackle him, Brad?
I didn't play defense, Mike. They sent me long on the pass and threw it up to me. I didn't even like to get tackled on offense. It was either a touchdown or nothing for me. I didn't think there was too many of the touchdowns.
Did you play defensive basketball?
A little bit.
Pass to Daniels for 2.
One of my coaches says I still got a couple of years of defensive eligibility in basketball. Used up all my offense.
Used up all your offense, but you got some defense left.
Yeah.
Anderson with the ball. Centurions, a good job breaking the press the last time to get 2. 3 in the air by Perez. No good this time. Rebound tipped by Northington, then tipped by McDaniel, and Logisty has it. Worst drives off to Daniels, 15-footer, good.
All right, Daniels, a little 15-footer there. Didn't space the floor all the way, but that was beautiful.
Daniels with 26 against Lexington Christian the other night. Manual coming into the game with an RPI rating of 90. Centurions are at 107. In the middle it goes to Northington. Now back out. Sheen with a 3 is good.
Unfortunate there. Manual was discombobulated to say the least.
Sheen with only his 6-3 or 7-3 on the 6-3 on the season. McDaniel has it. Roberts smacks him a little bit. McDaniel backs down. Nice move back to the hoop and good.
Maybe an extra step, but Mr. Official didn't call it. Neither am I. Beautiful play by McDaniel. I was going to say Sheen. I don't think he even believed that thing was going in when he left his hands. Down the bottom, though. Everybody finding success here at Centurion Gymnasium.
Let's get that shooter's background, I guess. Roberts with the ball out top. Centurion's zone doing a good job keeping Manuel outside. Coach James Just, the coach of Manual in his 13th season with the Crimsons. 221 wins, 167 losses. Anderson with the 3, no good. Rebound, Sangali takes it away. He brings it down, almost loses it, throws it wildly back in and does lose it. Manual the other way, Northington in for the layup is good. Turnover turned into 2 and cuts the Centurion lead to 1, 11-10, 2:23 to go first quarter.
Coach's nightmare is the live ball turnover, and we got another one here. Got to take care of the ball.
Oh, they're going to call Daniels for a foul. Reached around behind. Official says he got him on the elbow. That is the first foul on Daniels. Cole Hodge in the game. Couple subs in for Manual. Zach Rechtenwald, the quarterback from the football team, into the game. He joins Thomas Hood in the game for the first time. Manual will play a lot of players now. Hood, 3 in the air, no good. Rebound, Cole Hodge. He gives it to McDaniel, and he gives it right back to Hodge. Under 2 to go, first quarter. Daniels picked up by Rechtenwall, flies by him, goes to the hoop, and there's going to be a block.
I think it might be on the floor before he got there. 23, that's a correction, yeah.
That's 2 on Northington.
That was a reach-in on Northington before he got there. Yeah, I do think you're right, though. I think he split that charge. I don't think he ever made full contact there.
Daniels with 2. Hits the first. Owen Walsh in the game for the first time for Manual. Centurions extend their lead to 2.
Previous foul was on number 32, Sheen.
Oh, it was on 32.
We've had it reported as 3 different fouls here. He said 23. The coach
said
talked
23, PA said 24, and then it was actually on 32. Second shot is good by Daniels. He has 6 on the evening. Centurions go up by 3. Ball inside. Hodge with a nice knockaway on the ground. Hodge is on the ground. Ball is on the ground. Daniels on the ground. Finally gets it to Lagaste. Lagaste starts to drive. Sees Roberts there. Decides better of it. Brings it back out. Inside to McDaniel. There's going to be a foul on Brendan Sheen. It's going to be his second. If it's actually on 32.
2 good efforts there, and it is. 2 good efforts there by Cal. One on Hodge on the initial diving ball. He lost it, and Daniels came flying in, saved that possession. Excellent effort. Cal just being pesky enough here against the bigger Manual team to keep the possessions.
Aaron Smith in the game for Manual. Their 9th player of the evening already in the lineup. Hodge drives, stops, looks for help, out to Daniels. Daniels just backs up as Smith guards him. Dishes to Lagaste in the corner. Goes underneath, bad pass, taken by Manual. Smith with the ball. Gives it off to Hood. Smith with the ball again. 45 seconds to go, first quarter. On the weave, Roberts, 18-footer baseline, no good. Daniels clears, gets it off to Wersch. Wersch hurries the ball down, finds Hodge, over to Lagaste. 3 in the air, good. Tyler Lagaste with a 3.
Tyler has been automatic, Mike, from the three-point line, especially when he needed to get his feet set. Nice pass by Wersch over to Hodge, who got the assist to Lagaste.
And now that you said the key, when his feet are set and he's squared to the bucket, he's going to hit it most of the time. Smith with a little extra step to the hoop, gets 2. 16-12, 3 seconds to go. Lagaste lets it fly, almost hits it at the buzzer, but it falls out. 16-12, Centurions with a lead at the end of 1.
Christian Academy wishes to thank our athletic trainer from Court, the best in rehab, for being the official sports medicine and rehabilitation provider for the Centurions. Court has several convenient locations throughout Louisville, Lexington, and southern Indiana, and offers the best in physical and occupational therapy as well as sports medicine coverage to local high schools, colleges, and community organizations. Visit Court on the web at www.court.com. Court, K-O-R-T, the best in rehab. Individual scoring after 1. First for the Centurions, Sangali with 3, Tyler Lagaste 3, Braden Daniels 6 to lead all scorers, and Tyler McDaniel with 4. For the Crimsons, it's Lester Perez with 3, Aaron Smith 2, Jawan Northington 2, Elite Eli Roberts 2, and Brendan Sheen with 3. Christian Academy leads 16-12 as we get set to get you ready for the start of the second quarter. Looks like it'll be Manuel's ball going left to right.
So far, one of the better defensive efforts we've seen by the Centurions in the last 3 weeks, I'd say.
Yeah, and I think part of that is coming from their patience on offense. They've had a couple of possessions of 30, 45 seconds. And what that does, I mean, that limits the possessions, right? So even if they're scoring on every possession, they're not getting it. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, good effort on defense. That last possession, I thought, Mike, now that you say it, was the worst one. Manuel ran that little curl screen. Nobody switched it. Nobody bumped it, and it led to the easy basket. That was the first breakdown they've had. Cal has played 3 different defenses, man-to-man, 2-3, and 3-2, and here they go 1-3-1.
Sattel, Wersch, Daniel, Sangali, and Hodge for the Centurions to start this second quarter. Rechtenwald, no good on the 5-footer. Daniels with the rebound. I'm sorry, that was Owen Walsh.
Yeah, Walsh checks into the game and ready to get into the scoring column. Tough baseline shot, came up short.
Centurions break the press. Sangali over to Sattel, finds Daniels in the corner, fakes the shot, goes right around Walsh to the hoop for 5-footer.
That's a lot of maturity there. He didn't take the quick contested three. Instead, 2 dribbles, easy layup. Tough to stop Braden when he gets that deep.
Thomas Hood with the ball. It is Hood and Walsh and Smith, along with Brady Hurley, who's in the first time, and Rechtenwald. Smith with the floating 10-footer, no good. Worsh clears the board. Daniels up to Sangali. Sangali to the free throw line, hands off to Worsh, who's going to the hoop. Pulls up, 5-footer, good.
Toughest shot of the game for the Centurions. I thought he had Sattel open on the baseline. Went with it anyways, finished.
Centurions up by 8, 20-12. Smith out top, hesitates, drives, shot. There's going to be a foul on the drive.
I think got a little bit of hands there before he drove. Block was clean.
Fouls on Nate Sattel, his first. Smith to throw it in. Gets it in the corner to Rechtenwald. He starts to drive. Ball almost stolen. Is stolen by Sangali. 1-on-3. Sangali beats everybody, though, for 2.
They use that left hand, Mike. When you're a youth, when you're elementary school, middle school, they teach you to use that left hand. Sangali was taught it and finished there strong. Cal up 22-12 as we have a timeout manual. E-News is Cal's online newsletter that allows fans, parents, and supporters of Christian Academy Athletics to keep up with the latest news in Cal sports. E-News is distributed weekly and includes sports from elementary, middle, and high school from all of Christian Academy's Kentucky campuses. For questions, please feel free to contact us at enews@caschools.us. To subscribe, visit our website at caschools.us/Centurion-Athletics.
6:42 to go, first half. Centurions up by 10, 22-12. And Centurions, we've seen presses bother them a lot this year, but this press, Centurions seem to be breaking, getting pretty good shots off of it.
Yeah, I mean, Emmanuel's not giving this. It's more, like I said, more of a token press, just to slow you down press. It's not one to get steals. Cal's had about 3 unforced errors because of that. But when they've taken care of the ball, they've been able to convert. They could win this game if they could just take care of the ball and get good shots every possession. Make or miss, you'll make enough to win a game.
Northington back in the game, gets the ball back on a give and go and gets 2.
That was an odd foul call. I thought he called it before he even got he got fouled before he even got the basketball.
Who was the foul on? Did you see?
Caught it on Hodge. He made a back cut and bumped Hodge just on accident, which is a foul. But it was as the pass was in the air, let him catch it and lay it in.
Northington only 46% on the year from the line. I'm throwing percentages out. Manuel had a girl that was 50% on the line. She was 7 for 8 from the line tonight. 22-15. Centurions with the lead. Hodge brings it across midcourt. Northington calling for the double team. Sangali gets it, fires a pass hard inside, can't be handled. The other way is Anderson. Shot is up, no good. Rebound fought for Northington. Logisty comes away with it. Zach just in the game for Manuel now. Logisty with the ball. Goes against Hurley. Off to Hodge. Hodge starts to go baseline. Back out to Logisty. Logisty finds Sattel. Sattel starts to drive. Powers his way by his man and gets fouled. I was waiting. I haven't seen a power move by Sattel yet, and he's been in for 3 minutes, and there it is.
Sattel, as we know, is instant offense. He's one of a coach's dream in the fact that you don't have to run any plays for him. He's going to find some offense. No matter, it might be rebounding and putting it back in. It might be catching late in, or that time just driving it all the way to the basket when nothing was working. Cal had ran about it good. I like the possession. Another 30 seconds off the clock. Nothing was coming available, so Sattel just put his head down and went and got fouled. Almost finished, got the and one.
Sattel hits the first. No good on the second. Northington grabs another rebound. Quickly up the other way. Rechtenwald with the ball. Gives it off to Northington. Anderson with the ball underneath. Off to Just. Pump fake. Tries to go to Hurley. Cutting to the basketball on the ground. Now it's out of bounds. Centurion ball.
Now, Zach Just got to shoot that one. He had a wide open. He was either going to score or get fouled. Tried to make the pass.
Roberts back in, Hurley out, Daniels in for the Centurions. Hodge comes out. Ball into Logosty, gives it back to Sangali. He pushes it up to Daniels. Now back to Sangali. Sangali drives, finds Logosty right side. Sattel with it inside. Backs around Northington with the leg kick. Sattel goes underneath. Northington doesn't hook you. He kind of gets a knee around you, and then he fouls Sattel, and Sattel go to the line. That's the second on Northington.
Sattel, like a 20-year NBA veteran there, used about every trick in the book to get around Northington.
Good on the first. Tell you, the girls' game was a physical game, and they let them play.
Yeah, I look forward to hearing more about that. I came in literally with 1 minute left on the clock for this game is when I came back in. I tried to watch as much as I could on your broadcast, but can't see that type of thing from the view of the camera without the audio.
Sattel hits 1 of 2, 24-15 Centurions. Just trying to go inside to Roberts, throws it after Roberts, turns around, now McDaniel saves it, throws it in, and it goes right back to him and finally hit by Roberts, out of bounds, Centurion ball. Coach Just just kind of cocks his head and goes, really?
Everybody in the gym was thinking the same thing. Felt bad. Sorry for him.
Sangali across midcourt to Sattel, 4:50 to go first half. Sattel's driving. 10-footer, banks it to two.
I think Sattel is liking the matchup that he has on him right now and going to work. Cal back in this 3-2 zone. They disguise it as a 1-3-1, then it usually falls back to 3-2. Daniels at the top with those long arms.
Anderson waits for a pick from Northington. And there's going to be Anderson with a shot, went to the ground after he hit by Sattel, no call, but gets the bucket. 26-17 Centurions. Sangali long three, no good, rebound to Northington. Anderson coast to coast, shots up good, and foul on Sangali.
Yeah, that ball's got to get stopped way earlier. Allowed him to get all the way to the basket before he got stopped.
Hodge and Wersch back in, McDaniel and Sangali out, and Anderson to the line for one. 63% free throw shooter on the season. Hits it. Centurions still lead by 6 with 4 minutes to go first half. Sattel starts to go baseline. This time thinks better of it. Waiting for somebody to come to get the ball from him. Finally gets it to Daniels. Lobs it to Wersch. Looking high-low. Wersch just decides to move, turn around, 10-footer, good by Wersch.
Tell you what, that's a elite level play. If Wersch was 3 inches taller, you'd have about everybody here watching that move.
Northington double team, back out to Anderson, 3 in the air, no good. Sattel with the rebound. And there's going to be a timeout by Coach Hibbard. 3:28 to go, 28-20 Centurions.
Make sure you check out the Centurion Armory. Armory is Cal's retail store with a full line of clothing, accessories, and merchandise for every Centurion fan. The Armory is open Tuesday through Friday, 2:30 to 4. Mike, I don't know if you've been in there lately. I was in there twice today, and it is looking great in there. There's a lot of new merchandise. Make sure you get in there and get your Centurion gear. It's a lot of fantastic stuff in there. A lot of new stickers for your car and for your window clings and just sweatshirts. Really a lot of great stuff in there right now.
Districts are coming up. You got to be in Centurion attire for district play coming up here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I got all versions. They even got ponchos in there right now. I know you need them this week. My goodness, it's supposed to be another 1.5 inches tomorrow of rain. Just praising the Lord it's not 10 degrees colder and all ice.
I'm just praising him. It's not baseball season yet and having this weather.
Yeah, well, it'll be here before you know it.
Back to action here. I'm sure Coach Clark wanting to get in, Coach Mull wanting to get outside. They can't do that very well right now. Ball knocked out of bounds by Manuel. It's Sattel and Wersch along with Daniels, Hodge, and Logosty for the Centurions. Perez and Anderson, Northington, Just, and Roberts for Manuel. Ball off to Wersch. Going to drive. Shot is up and good. Stephen Wersch showing moves we haven't seen all year tonight. He has 6.
Like we talked about Nate, Wersch has found a matchup he likes, really taking advantage of it.
Just off to Anderson. Now Northington has it. He's going to make a spin move underneath. Shot is up and good. 30-22 Centurions, 2:42 to go first half. Ball to Wersch, top of the key. Gives it off to Hodge. Hodge fakes it right, goes left. He's going to give it to Daniels, but he travels on the way.
I would have thought that would have the jump ball would have been more in line than the travel. Not saying he didn't travel, but the ball was being held by him and the opposing player.
Aaron Smith back in the game, just takes a seat.
Bang, bang play, though. A lot easier set up here than it is on the floor full speed.
Ball off to Smith. Goes around a pick. Inside to Roberts. Powers away, blocked by Wersch. And now Sattel just takes it away from Roberts.
Pass. There we go.
Gets it off to Daniels. What a play by Wersch and Sattel. Daniels now, he's going to drive to the hoop all the way and get fouled on the drive. That's going to be Aaron Smith. That'll be his first.
I'm watching Coach Just down there. I think Manuel's gotten not some bad calls, but probably some bad no calls would probably be. I think they've been fouled a few times. He hasn't said a word. He's just coaching his team.
I heard the official come over before the game and see him and Coach Ibron say, these are my 2 favorite coaches to officiate. So neither one of them must get on the officials very much.
Hard to say much after they brag on you like that.
Hodge goes inside. He's going to get called for the travel again. Ball goes back over to Manuel. Brendan Sheen back in the game. Tell you, end of the game, players are going to be fresh for Manuel. He runs them in and out, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
Kyle Christensen in the game for the first time for the Centurions for Hodge. So it's Sangali, Christensen, Daniels, Wersch, and Lagosty for the Centurions.
Glad to see Kyle in. I really like what Kyle's been doing here lately, what he's been bringing to the Centurions, offensively especially.
Had a double-figure game down in Caverna the other night. 5-footer put up no good by Perez. Wersch tracks it down, gets it off to Sangali. Gets it in the middle to Lagosty, finds Christensen. Pump fake, steps back 3. No good on that one. Rebound fought for by Wersch. And it's going to be Manuel ball. And there's going to be a foul called on Wersch out of that.
Well, that was really good offense there. Kyle didn't make the shot, but it was exactly what they wanted out of that fast break. Beautiful play.
30-22, Centurions with 1:20 to go first half. Girls won the first game tonight. They defeated the Lady Crimsons 55-46. Perez with the ball, gets it off to Anderson. Goes left. Daniels, nice help. Anderson barely gets rid of it to Perez. Smith now drives. Shot is up, and there's going to be a foul on Lagosty.
He's right. Mike's is wondering why he got the call. He turned and didn't face up there. Got to take that one in the chest.
Smith goes line for 2. I think Lagosty brought his arm slamming down on him, too. That could be the reason, too.
That could be the reason as well.
Smith's 2 shots. It's the first. Back in the game is Owen Walsh. Out goes Sheen. 30-23, Centurions under a minute to go. Smith, one of the better free throw shooters on this team at 76% on the season. I jinxed him and he missed it. Christensen double team, looks for help, gets it off to Wersch. Lobs it across to Daniels. In the corner, Sangali fakes the shot, fires out to Lagosty, straight away 3, down around, no good. Christensen tries to get it away from Roberts, but that ain't going to happen. 30 seconds to go, first half. Manuel with the ball. Smith starts to go in, off to Anderson. Roberts trying to post up underneath. Wersch doing a good job keeping it from him. Anderson, 17 seconds to go. Smith out top. Pulls up, 18-footer. Probably
shot.
Not the shot you want to take. Ball to Daniels. There's got to be a foul on that one. Daniels came down one way or the other. Ball back to Roberts, and there's going to be a foul. Not sure if there was a goaltending on that or not. Coach Hibbard talking to the officials. Second on worst. Daniels came down with that ball, and there was a player right there in his path and knocked into him to steal the ball from him, and no call. I think they were trying to determine if this was goaltending or not. Looked like Worsh may have hit the rim when the ball was up there. But the ball may have cleared the cylinder already, too. It's a foul on Worsh without a doubt. Roberts will be at the line. And it is goaltending. So Roberts gets the 2, and he'll have 1 free throw now.
I don't know how they missed the call down here, though. Braden has to be allowed to catch the ball. He's on a full run, catching it over his shoulder, and as he comes down, the kid didn't take a charge on him. The kid just ran into him.
Shot by Roberts, and that's a 5-point turnaround on that no call. It's 30-26 now with 2.4 to go. Ball into Sangali. Throws it up to Christensen. Can't get it away. Fadeaway 3. No good anyway. We come to the end of the first half of play. Centurions up by 4, 30-26. We'll be back in about 8 minutes to bring you a recap of first half of play and second half action. Welcome back to Christian Academy Louisville basketball, where the Centurions lead Manual 30-26 at halftime. There have been 2 lead changes in the first half, and that was at the very beginning of the game. Centurions jumped out to a 2-zip lead. Manual answered with a 3-pointer to go up 3-2. Then Centurions answered with a 3-pointer to go up 5-3 to take the lead back. There was a tie no, there wasn't a tie. They just got to 5-4. And Centurions have led ever since. They got their lead in the first half up to 16-10 for a 6-point lead, their biggest of the first quarter. And after a Manual bucket made it 16-12, that ended the first quarter of play. Centurions then jumped on the second quarter, starting with a 6-zip run to go up 22-12 for a 10-point lead. They were able to extend that to an 11-point lead at 26-15, their biggest lead of the first half, before Manual closed out the first half on an 11-4 run to bring us to a 30-26 score. That's where we are now. Scoring in that first half, first for Manual, Jawan Northington leads them with 7, 5 each for Anderson and Roberts, and 3 each for Perez, Smith, and Sheen. For the Centurions, they're led by Braden Daniels with 8, 6 points for Stephen Wersch, 5 for Jacob Sangali, 4 each for Nate Sattel and Tyler McDaniel, and 3 for Tyler Lagasty. So, Brad, a good first half. Manual closed on an 11-4 run against Centurions, so Centurions kind of got to get back to doing what they were doing the first part of the game.
Yeah, and unfortunate, really. You said it, really a 5-0 swing there. Cal should have been fouled going to the foul line 1-1 with about 8 seconds left. Instead, gave up an and-1 on this end. But, yeah, a couple of isolation plays hurt the Centurions, but nothing. I don't think that I've seen nothing that can really give concern that they can't stop if push comes to shove. So I think Centurions in good shape. It's going to continue to make shots. And Cal got some good shots. Didn't shoot a great percentage, but if they can shoot 45 to 50% this second half, I really think this is a game that Centurions can handle.
Sangali, Lagasty, McDaniel, Wersch, and Daniels, and there's a steal on the first play of the game. Shot is up and no good by Perez. Perez gets his own rebound. Daniels tries for the steal. Anderson comes away with it. No good on the floater. Northington gets it, puts it back, gets fouled. So worst case scenario starts the second half for the Centurions.
So we played 13 seconds, have a turnover. It will now be their possession on the next jump ball.
I did not catch who that foul was on.
3 offensive rebounds, and the last one an and-1.
Northington's free throw is good. And all of a sudden, the lead is down to 1. Nate Sattel back in the game. Wersch is out. Full court pressure coming from Manual. Ball gets into Lagasty, back to Sangali. He's going to dribble around Roberts. I don't think you realize how fast Sangali is, but there's a turnover. Northington tries to go to Roberts, almost a turnover himself, and it is a turnover. Centurions have it, lead to Sattel. He goes in, no good on the layup. Sangali gets it, puts it back, no good. Sangali gets it, puts it back, no good. Northington with the rebound. He's trying to run out. He goes up, and they're going to call a foul on Lagasty. And it's going to be 2 on Tyler. And Northington to the line for 2 shots again.
Couple of point-blank misses there, Mike.
First shot by Northington. Good. Northington 3 for 3 tonight. We have our first tie of the game at 30. Second shot by Northington, banks it in. And Manual has their first lead since 3-2. Daniels has it. Out to Lagasty, 3 in the air, no good. Lagasty gets his own rebound. Dishes to Sangali, 3 in the air by Jacob, no good. Ball tip, Northington with another rebound. 2 good looks.
Yeah, I mean, you don't ask for anything better than that. Your 2 best shooters from outside, wide open.
Anderson. Northington knocked away by Sangali. Sattel comes away with it. spin move by Sattel. Gets it out to Daniel somehow. Now Logosty tries to go inside. Northington takes it away. Passes to Perez. Tries to go behind the back. Daniels with good hustle. Knocks it out of bounds.
That's two good efforts there by Sangali and by Daniels. And Coach Hibbard wants a timeout, as this is about as bad as a start to second half as you could ever imagine. Still, the good thing is only down one here for building that lead in the first half.
6:35 to go, 31-30 Manual. Well, with 3 or 4 turnovers in the first few minutes here in the second half.
Yeah, sloppy passes, still getting open shots. That's why I thought it was so positive at halftime. Is that really, if we can just make 3-4 passes, we're getting any shot we want. And our big guys can finish over top of them. We're getting open threes. Their offense, while it's good, it hasn't been explosive. Nothing explosive. But, one easy recipe to let them back in the game is turning the ball over that leads to easy layups. And even at that, Manual hasn't finished, but then they're able to get the offensive rebound and put it back. Down here, we got an outlet break. We missed the layup. We fought and got the rebound and still couldn't get it back and still, didn't put it back in. Little cheerleading exhibition here from the opposing cheerleaders.
Manual leads this series 12-3 since 97-98. That's all we have records back to. Centurion's last beat Manual back in 2016-17 season, where they took 2 from them that year, 80-60 in the LIT and 80-71 in the region. We're back here, Manual with the ball. Sheen to throw it in. Gets it into Anderson. He's picked up by Hodge. Going to drive to the hoop all the way. Can't hit the layup. Rebound to Daniels. Ball almost taken away by Anderson. Anderson, I saw him at halftime talking with the trainer about his wrist. Seemed to hurt his hand somewhat in that first half. Ball into McDaniel. McDaniel backs down. Little left-handed hook is going to fall.
That's where Cal needs to get it back into. It's where they started the game, getting it inside, and that opens everything outside. Also, when the big guys take a shot like that, it always allows for proper rotation on the defense to get back.
Centurion's back up by 1, 32-31. Northington with the ball. Off to Sheen. Gets it off to Perez. Now to Roberts. Roberts tries to power inside. Ball knocked away by Hodge, and Sattel comes away with it. Back to Hodge. Hodge crosses over, finds Sattel trailing. Sattel is going to drive. You could tell he was going to the hoop. He's going to draw the foul and go to the line for 2. You can just tell when Sattel's going to drive. Yeah. He has it. If nothing develops in about 3 seconds, he goes, okay, I'm just taking it to the hoop.
You see that tunnel vision develop, and he's going to the basket. That time really had no room to go. Still was able to draw the foul.
Foul's on Perez, his first. Sattel to the line for 2. He is 2 for 4 tonight from the line. First shot's good. Sattel's hit the first of every free throw attempt tonight. This time he hits both for the first time. Centurions go back up by 3, 34-31, 5:29 to go. Sangali with good anticipation deflects it out of bounds.
Everybody uses that free throw fast break these days. Down that sideline so quick.
Sheen to throw it in. Anderson walks it back. Goes around to pick. They get it down to Roberts, who puts it right in.
That was a nice play.
Went down low after his pick, and after the pass to the wing, they found him. Cut Centurion lead to 1. Daniels hadn't had the ball that much this half. He started all the scoring for the Centurions in that first quarter. He drives, pulls up for his 5-footer. Ball was blocked. Anderson comes away with it. Anderson powers by everybody. No good on the running 10-footer, but Northington is there to put it back up and in. And back in the lead goes Manual by 1. Centurions kind of got away from passing the ball and just moving it around. 3 by Sangali, no good. Sattel's going to be over the back. That'll be the second on Nate. The third this half on the Centurions.
Now I got to get back to playing some D here. Not getting many stops so far this third quarter, first 4 minutes. Let's dig in here and get a few stops.
Anderson with the ball. Gets it off to Sheen. Sheen drives to the hoop. Shot is no good. But they're no good with a putback is Northington, and Sattel comes away with it. And Satel's going to slam through 2 players and draw the foul. And it's going to be on Eli Roberts. That'll be his first.
I'm always pleased to see that call, even if it's on the Centurion. I've always been a griper a little bit to referees about not allowing a rebounder to come down and suffocate him in 2 people, and then you get mad when he throws an elbow. It's like, where can he go? That time Nate had nowhere to go, had to get out of it. Good call by the ref.
Centurions break the press, and Golly with it. Hodge drives the baseline. Goes behind around a body to pass to Daniels, misses the shot out of man off of McDaniel, off to Emanuel.
Just getting bumped a little bit much. Cal not able to get anything inside right now since that last left-handed hook by McDaniel. Need to get it into him in the post.
Northington with the ball, fires inside to Perez, who breaks through the bucket for 2. Manuel has their biggest lead of the game at 3. Tell drives to the hoop again, goes up, draws the foul again. That's going to be on Koji Anderson, and Sattel to the line for 2.
Sattel would have finished if not for the effort there from 24. Eli Roberts came in the last seconds and got a piece of that shot.
Kyle Christensen getting ready to come in. No good on the first one as he comes in for Sangali. Aaron Smith in the game for Sheen for the Crimsons. Second shot, Sattel hits this one. Smith with the ball. And a horn to Roberts, back into Northington, gets the 2. Northington was 16 in the game now. Daniels drives, gives it back to Christensen. He drives to the hoop and gets the 2.
Nice play. Got to get a stop here. Down by 2 now.
To the hoop goes Roberts, misses the slam but draws the foul. Going to be on Kyle Christensen, his first. And to the line goes Eli Roberts. He's 1 for 1 tonight, 60% free throw shooter on the season. Good on the first. Hits them both. 41-37 Manual. Centurions hurry down the other way. Hodge to the hoop. Gets blocked. Daniels gets the rebound. Misses the crib. On rebound. Blocked by Roberts. Daniels has it again. And one ref looked like he was going to call a jump. The other one calls the foul.
Yeah, that's the right call.
That's going to be the third on Jawan Northington.
Foul is on number 23. Northington.
Hodge to throw it in. 4 team fouls on both teams. Ball comes in deep to McDaniel. Gets it off to Daniels. Daniels going one-on-one out top. Tries to move. Gives it off to Christensen. Almost
get it inside.
Picked off there. Into McDaniel. There's going to be a hold on Roberts. Good call, Coach Morgan.
Yeah, get it inside there. Tyler had him in position.
Foul is on Roberts.
Really, other than Roberts and Northington, the rebounder is not real strong in this Manual team. If you can get either one of those out, it's going to help you immensely. Northington with 3 fouls and Roberts with 2. Zach Rechtenwald back in the game. Out comes Perez. Hodge to throw it in with 2:24 to go third quarter. 4-point lead Manual. Lobs it into Sattel. Ball is going to be stolen. Northington gets it off to Anderson. Pushes it down. Gives it to Northington, who's trailing. Goes to the hoop. Throws it over the top of the backboard. Longesti in. McDaniel out for the Centurions. Ball gets into Daniels. Brings it up against Smith. Drives to the hoop all the way. Is going to draw the block. Oh, no, they're going to call it a charge. Wow. That's going to be the second on Daniels. A little out of control, but Rechtenwald looked like he took a big step to the left to draw that charge. But the officials have the call with 2 minutes to go, third quarter. 4-point lead, Manual. Centurions need a stop and a score. And Zechtenwald with the travel comes back over to the Centurions. Inbounds pass knocked away by Anderson, so Longesti will do it again. Doesn't have to move. Ball knocked away again by Manuel. The Centurion ball. Hodge is going to throw it in now. Longesti gets free. Brings it up against Anderson. Gets it off to Christensen. Now Daniels has it. Goes off his foot, but goes right to Longesti. Christensen with it. Looking underneath. Nowhere to go. Back out to Longesti. Starts to drive, and he stopped. Pulls back, and he's smacked on the pass. That foul is going to be on Anderson. That's going to be the team's sixth this half. Centurions will be in the bonus the entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's the only thing going for Cal right now. The offense is at a standstill here with neither Wersch nor McDaniel in. No inside presence.
Centurions only 7 points in this quarter. Sattel drives, reverse. English no good. Christensen in to rip the rebound. Looks for help. And there's going to be a timeout by Coach Hibbert. Great rebound by Christensen.
Great rebound. Good timeout as well because the turnover came right as he said it.
1:08 to go, third quarter, 41-37. Manual with the lead.
Save the date. Cal Athletics will host their annual Golf Classic on Monday, May 11th, 2020 at Persimmon Ridge Golf Club. This is the athletic department's only fundraiser and benefits the Christian Academy Athletic Department and all of the Kentucky campus teams. Proceeds are used towards equipment, athletic facility improvements, uniforms, coaching development, and training needs. It's Monday, May 11th, Persimmon Ridge Golf Club. Save that date and come join us.
We need some warmer weather, Brad.
Yeah,
get rid of this rain,
it's
man.
coming. It's coming.
But we always have good weather on the golf day, and a great time to be out there. Fun had by all on that day. 1:08 to go here, third quarter. Centurions having a tough time here. It was 26-15 midway through the second quarter. Then Centurions just kind of went cold, and Manuel able to outscore them 11-4 to finish the second quarter and cut it to 4. And then Manuel's outscored them 15-7 in this half to go up by 4. Hodge, Daniel, Sattel, Christensen, and Longesti for the Centurions. Ball gets into Longesti, guarded by Rechtenwald. Sattel has it, starts to drive against Roberts. Gives it back to Hodge, almost knocked away, and there's going to be a foul. Thomas Hood had the ball. Hodge just started to go to the basket, took his arm with him, and they called the foul on Hood. And Hodge will go to the line for one of the bonus. Cole Hodge, 8 for 16 from the line this season. It has been 41-37 for a while. Can't hit it. Rebound to Northington. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Ball off to Rectenwall. Great catch by the quarterback. Inside to Northington. Powers down. Shot no good. Daniels with the rebound. He's going to push it the other way. He's going to go all the way. The hoop can't hit the layup. Rectenwall with the rebound. Gives it the other way. Foul on Logosty as Hood goes to the hoop. That'll be the third on Tyler.
Foul number 11, Logosty. His third.
Thomas Hood to the line for two.
Number 20.
Hood 9 for 13 from the line this year.
Manuel shooting 2.
Shot's good.
Owen Walsh returns as Jacob Sangali.
Manuel 10 for 11 from the line tonight. Came into the game shooting 62% from the line. They are now 10 for 11.
Fourth quarter, Mike. Going to even out in the fourth quarter.
There you go. Brady Hurley back in the game. Hood hits them both. It's 43-37. Sangali off to Logosty. Step back two. Foot was on the line. Cuts the lead back to fourth. 43-39. 11 seconds to go. Smith drives. Shots up. No good. Rebound. Out of bounds. Stays with Manuel with 5 seconds to go. Lob is in. Good job by Sattel to knock it free. Christensen comes away with it. He lets it go from three-quarters.
Oh!
Hits it at the buzzer.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's good. Kyle Christensen from three-quarters court. He didn't even, does he get a Sauceritas? That's what I want to know, Brad.
Yeah, Sauceritas may sponsor that, I believe. They may give one of those out.
That may be what you need to start the fourth quarter. 43-42. Cuts the lead to one on a beautiful three-quarter court shot. Everybody's clapping, smiling, laughing, or having tears if you're with Manuel.
Two assists. Yeah, that's right. If you could give 2 assists, one was Nate for deflecting that thing away. Kyle did the rest work, but the real assist goes to Coach Imley. Coach Imley everybody was silent in the gym. Coach Imley was counting down 3, 2, 1. Kyle listened perfectly to him and right at the buzzer let it fly. You're right, Mike. I mean, that was from the three-point line on the opposite end, top of the key. And it was true all the way. What a shot. I don't think I've seen one that far in person, maybe my whole life. In a game situation.
You have seen it now.
Christian Academy scoring. Sangali 5, Worst 6, Logosty 5, Christensen now 5, Sattel 7, Daniels 8, McDaniel 6. For Manuel, it's Perez 5, Anderson 5, Hood 2, Smith 3, Northington leading all scores with 16, Roberts 9, and Sheen with 3. It's Manuel 43, Cal 42. We'll start the fourth quarter, Manuel ball.
You realize we win this game by 3 points or less, Kyle Christian's going to be saying he won the game for us.
Maybe the game winner.
And we will give him the game MVP for that one.
Manuel's coach will never forget it.
Daniels Logosty, three-pointer in the air by Hood is good.
An instant trade-off there. That three wiped off the board.
It's Daniels, Logosty, Sangali, Worsh, and McDaniel for the Centurions. Worsh has the ball, double team, gets it back to Logosty. 3 in the air by Tyler, no good, down deep and out. Rebound comes down to Hurley. It is Hurley and Hood, along with Smith and Rechtenwald, who just hits that one for his first 2 of the game.
Tough shot, too. That was good defense by Braden. Braden was right there. He stopped, pivoted the other way.
Daniels pump fakes, goes up, 10-footer, no good. Ball out of bounds off Manuel.
3 guys for Manuel fought over that one.
Owen Walsh in the game, too. So Manuel now has 5 subs in the game. 5 starters getting some rest.
They're on a 5-0 run to start the quarter.
Daniels to the hoop, and he's going to draw the foul on his way to the hoop.
I'll say he got fouled up top and at the bottom.
Fouls on Aaron Smith, his second. Daniels goes to the line for 2.
Daniels at the line shooting 2.
First one's good. We start to have a hard time scoring. We just have to give the ball to Christensen at the opposite free throw line. Let him. He's 1 for 1 from there.
1 for 1.
Daniels hits both.
That's kind of Mike like coaching intramurals, and you got a kid that hits a bomb through like a one-handed heave three, and the next thing you know, he's shooting it every game. Not the recipe you want.
Oh, we had the girls' game. We had Manuel, the player in their team, 6 for 23 from three-point land this year. She hits 2 in the final 3 minutes when they're trying to come back against the ladies.
Was it ever in doubt in the fourth or the last 3 minutes, or where did it go?
Well, ladies Centurion were up by 10, and then had 2 quick turnovers that cut the lead to 6 with in the 3-minute range.
Yeah.
And then Coach Pridemore called a timeout, and then we finally broke the press a couple of times, got it back up to 10. But you just weren't sure. Manuel's press was they were pushing everybody to the sideline, having a definite effect on us. But we broke it a few times and got it back up to 10 and got back down to 6 and finally won by 9. So a great game by the Lady Centurions.
Defensive battle.
I will tell you, the play that turned it around was we were up by 1, I believe, and Shelby got the ball underneath. She was getting killed underneath. They were just double throw. Missed a shot, got the rebound, missed the shot, got the rebound, missed a shot, got the rebound, hit the shot, and got fouled. And that kind of turned our whole attitude around and got the ladies going. It was great by your leader.
Yep, great play. She's always there in the toughest of moments.
Well, we're back to action here. Manuel ball with a 4-point lead, 6:53 to go. Sangali and Daniels, Sattel, Wersch, and McDaniel. Ball goes to Rechtenwald. Gets it out to Smith, rings it around. Drive, up and good by Owen Walsh. Puts the lead up to 6. Sangali gives it to Wersch out top of the key. Off to Daniels, trying to go inside to McDaniel. Now Daniels drives, stops, looks, ball knocked away on the floor. Manuel Sangali has it, and so does Walsh. Arrows going to the Centurions. Their ball on the jump ball.
Cal's got to get a little run going here. Down 6, just 6 minutes to go. Plenty of time, but got to get a little momentum going their way. Thought we had it with that heave at the end of the quarter, but didn't finish or didn't start the next quarter on a good note.
Daniels has it, lobs to Wersch, top of the key, trying to go high-low. Gets it to McDaniel. He goes right back to Wersch. Wersch finds Sangali. Sangali around a pick, pump fakes, tries to go to Wersch, off his hands, out of bounds, Manuel ball.
Now, no spacing there. Spacing was the right ideas, and what they're trying to do with the spacing wasn't there. Led to the turnover.
Under 6 to go, fourth quarter. Walsh in the corner to Rechtenwald. Goes baseline. Shots up and good. Quickly the other way. Sangali with it. Back out to Daniels. Goes to McDaniel. He's top of the key. Gives off to Sangali. 15-footer by Jacob. Can't get it to fall. Rebound to Rechtenwald. All of a sudden, Manuel up by 8 with just over 5 to go. Walsh drives to the hoop again. Shot is up and good. 8 points on, I believe, 8 layups in this half. Timeout by Coach Hibbard. 5:03 to go, 54-44. Manuel with the 10-point lead. Centurions can't get an open shot. When they do, they've been able to convert it, and Manuel's getting layups on the other end.
Yeah,
and this is Manuel subs.
Right. I mean, they've been fantastic. I mean, pure domination here this quarter. Been the worst ball of the game for sure. But, yeah, it's the defensive end, not getting any stops. Getting decent shots down here, just not able to convert. A couple of silly turnovers on spacing issues. But, yeah, down here, you're going to have to find something on defense, get some clean rebounds, and then transition offense. Right now, nothing for Centurions. And speaking of that was a tough shot, that last one. A running left-handed floater on the baseline. That was tough.
Centurions back in action Thursday night as they'll be traveling to Bullitt Central to take on the 8-16 Bullitt Central team. Then here on Saturday night, DeSales comes to school to take on the boys. And girls not in action till next Tuesday when they travel to take on number 3 E-Town that same night. The boys will be taking on the Warriors of Christian Academy of Indiana right here at English Station next Thursday. Boys at Atherton, the girls here at home against Mercy. And then a week from Friday, senior night against Collins. Girls game at 6, boys at 8. But come out and celebrate senior night with those graduates of Christian Academy of Louisville. Back to action here. Hodge, Daniels, Logosty, Wersch and Sangali for the Centurions. Daniels off to Logosty. Looks for help. Gets it off to Hodge. Hodge back to Logosty. 3 in the air. Good. Logosty with 8. Centurions needed that. Cuts the lead to 7. And there's going to be a travel on Manuel. I think we're going to see the starting 5 here soon by Coach Just, but he's hanging with these 5 reserves for right now. Here comes Northington, one of the starters back in the game. Out of the game comes Owen Walsh. Hodge to throw it in, gets it in deep to Daniels. Daniel has an opening, pulls up 15-footer off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound to Smith. He gives it off to Hood, and he'll set the offense. Picked up by Sangali. Back over to Smith. Smith with the ball, drives to the hoop. He's going to be fouled and hit the bucket.
Manuel saved it all up for the fourth quarter, Mike. They didn't play anything like that, at least finishing at the rim. That was a nice, tough finish there.
Foul on Sangali, his first. Bucket by Smith. He goes the line for 1. He's 1 for 2 from the line tonight. Shot is up and no good. Rebound, Daniels high to keep it away from Northington. Hodge starts to drive. Ball knocked away, stolen by Manuel. And ball lost, but goes off of the Centurions. Smith had it, couldn't control it, and basically just threw it towards the basket, and it went right off of Wersch out of bounds. Ball gets into Northington. Fadeaway 5-footer, no good. Rebound to Sangali. Centurions down by 9, 3:47 to go. They need to score. Logosty drives, and there's going to be a bump and a foul. He'll go to the line for 1 of the bonus. Fouls on Zach Rechtenwald, his first. Here comes Roberts, Anderson, and Perez back in. So starters are back in for Manuel. Sheen back in as well. Their reserves did a great job. Good scoring by Manuel's bench tonight. First one by Logosty is good. Tyler hits both of them. Cuts the lead back to 7. Full court pressure. Roberts has it. Throws it up to Perez, and that ball is going to go out of bounds off the hands of Northington. Centurion ball. That's what you wanted, was the turnover.
It's a 7-point game here. 3:30, still eternity left. Ton of possessions left. I don't think any team disciplined enough to just hold the ball.
Logosty running 5-footer. Can't get it to fall. Daniels comes away with the loose one. Finds Logosty in the corner. He's going to bring it back out.
A gift for Manuel.
Long 3 by Logosty. No good. Rebound on the ground. Coming away with it is Manuel. Anderson's going to bring it back out. Finds Perez in the corner to Roberts. 3 minutes to go in the game. Anderson picked up by Daniels. Almost loses it. Able to get back to it. And then they call a foul on Daniels. That'll be the 3rd on Daniels. 8th on the Centurions.
Anderson at the line.
To the line goes Anderson. He'll have one in the bonus. Anderson 1 for 1 from the line tonight. Has 5 points on the evening. First one is good. Hits them both.
So we got a timeout for Manual here, full timeout, leading 58-49. How many points, Mike? Sorry, put you on the spot here. How many points has Centurion scored this half?
This half they had 30. It's easy because they had 30 at halftime, so that's
19
easy.
points.
For 19 points in the half.
Yeah,
They had 12 in the third quarter. And 19. Manual only giving up 57.6 points a game, so kind of where they are defensively.
Right. Manual, a good defensive team.
And you watch Manual, and you don't think the defense is all that great. Not what we've seen from some other teams, but Centurion's having a hard time scoring against them.
Right. I feel like, Manual's a little bit of a bend but don't break. They'll let you get to the foul line and they make you hit a tough shot over top of them. And Cal in the first half was able to do it. In the second half, I don't feel like we've gotten that many opportunities. Definitely haven't gotten anything out of really Steven and Tyler. It seemed like in the first half, that was really where we were really making our way. It was down underneath. This half, we haven't gotten much down there.
And turnovers hurt the Centurions this half as well.
You're right. And not a ton of pressure. Manual's going to give a little bit of pressure here.
Daniels, Lagosty, Hodge, Sangali, and Sattel for the Centurions. It is Roberts and Sheen along with Anderson, Northington, and Rechtenwald. Daniels drives to the hoop, and they're going to call a foul on Rechtenwald. That would have been, I think, a good no call there, but we'll take it.
That's what I thought. I didn't think it was a charge. Everything was really late, not a ton of contact. If you're going to call anything, though, it's going to be a block.
Daniels to the line with one. Braden with 12 on the evening. And he is now 5 for 5 from the line on the evening.
That gets it to 2 possessions.
Cuts the lead to 6. Need a turnover here.
Oh.
Almost a turnover. Anderson able to hold on to it. And there's going to be a foul this time on Hodge.
I don't know that you're wanting to foul that quickly, but not the worst result. Obviously going for the steal.
An aggressive play trying to get the steal, and Anderson to the line for 1-1. He is 3 for 3 from the line tonight. 63% shooter on the season. Law of averages would say time for him to miss. And he does not. (59-52). Manual. Rebound. Northington powers above everybody, but travels in. A good call by that official. He came down with the ball and lost his balance, took a little hop. The ball, fortunately, goes back to the Centurions. Lagosty dribbles it across, picked up by Rechtenwald. Lagosty tries to drive, and there's going to be a foul on Rechtenwald. And Lagosty will go to the line with 2 shots. The Centurions are in the double bonus.
Chance to get it to 5 here, Mike, with still over 2 minutes left. Still opportunity. You got to decide what they want to do in half court or in full court. And do they want to foul so quickly or just play?
Lagosty hits the first.
See if Manual will either turn the ball over or make a bad decision and release the ball too quick. 2:17. Cal trailing by 6. Big one here to cut it to 5.
We've seen Manual has a tendency to ball on the ground. Northington comes away with it, and there's going to be a foul on Hodge. I'm going to say we have seen a tendency of Manual to turn the ball over, and almost saw it right there, but Hodge with the foul, and Anderson goes back to the line with 1 in the bonus, or 2 shots this time, as Manual's in the double bonus as well. First shot's good. Puts the lead back up to 7 for Manual. Second shot's good. Daniels to Sattel, bounces to Hodge. And Sangali in the corner, didn't see him. Sattel drives to the hoop, ball knocked away. Comes back to Manuel. Here comes the double team. Reckenwald gets it away to Roberts. Roberts almost loses it, now goes down low. Easy two for Sheen. Back up to 10. Daniels all the way to the hoop and draws the foul on the drive. That's going to be number 4 on Zach Rechtenwald. And Daniels goes to the line for 2. Hits the first. Kyle Christensen in the game. Sattel comes out. Daniels hits them both. Down to Rechtenwald, they break the press. Rechtenwald has 6 points all this quarter. Daniels long three, no good. Rebound, Northington comes down with it. Gets rid of it, 1:17 to go, and Hodge with the foul. That's going to be 4 on Cole. And Rechtenwald goes to the line for 2 shots. And it's starting to look a little dim for the Centurions, although we're still over a minute to go.
Had a chance, was down 6 at the foul line, 2:17 left.
No good on the first by Rechtenwald.
Finally get a miss from Manuel. Manuel's shooting really good from the foul line, Mike. At least it seems. My stat monitor is not up here.
It's the second. And the other way, shot up and good by Daniels. Anderson goes to Rechtenwald for 2. Sangali the other way, he gets 2. Rechtenwald goes back to Sheen, gets it to midcourt to Anderson, just lobs it up for Roberts, who gets the easy 2. We got timeout by Coach Just of Manual. Score is 70-59, Manual with the lead. Let's see if I can answer your question here, Brad. For the game, Manual is 17 of 20 from the line. 6 of 8 in this quarter.
Pretty good. Defense has been good for Manual. Much better in the second half for them than they were in the first half.
Thank you, Court. The best in rehab.
Centurions are 15 of 20 from the line for the game, shooting 75% from the line themselves. So the Centurions back in action at Bold Central Thursday night. If you can't make it there, we will have the game for you right here on Live Sportscaster. That game is at 7:30. Then Saturday night here at home, they take on DeSales, a 7:30 tip-off as well that we will be here with you.
So girls basketball has a full week off here, pretty much their last full. Then they got to get ready for the grind then. It's E-Town Tuesday, Mercy Thursday, Collins Friday. 2 of those 3 here, the final 2 will be here. We're back in action here, turnover there. Is it deflected?
Under 30 to go in this game. Perez is dribbling it out. Gives it off to Northington. And Rechtenwald's going to be fouled by Sangali, I believe.
Let's look at boys basketball, Mike, and see where we're at in district play. You may have set that already, but I believe Ballard and Eastern have played now. Last time we discussed it, they had not. Yeah, Ballard is now won the one seed. They did beat Eastern 76-61. They also beat KCD. So as long as Eastern and KCD have played, then that is set. Let's see here. And Eastern did. Eastern won at KCD 95-70. That was earlier tonight at 6 p.m. So we're set. It'll be Christian Academy versus Eastern. KCD will play Walden. The winner of that will play Ballard. And then obviously the finals between Ballard and that winner versus Cal and Eastern will meet in the finals.
We come to the final of this game of victory for Manual 72-59. We'll be back in a minute to recap tonight's ball game. Welcome back to Christian Academy Louisville basketball. A split in the doubleheader tonight. The girls win the first game against the Lady Crimsons 55-46, but unfortunately the boys dropped to the Manuals boys team 72-59. Centurions led at the first stop 16-12, and at halftime 30-26, but then it kind of went south. Centurions offense or Manuals defense, I'm not sure which, got worse or better. At the end of three, Manual finally had taken the lead 43-42. They had actually taken the lead earlier, but a three-pointer from three-quarters court by Kyle Christensen cut the lead to one, 43-42. You were hoping that would spark the Centurions a little bit, but it didn't do a whole lot as Manual came out and scored the first 5 points of the fourth quarter, and it was kind of their game the rest of the way, and they end up winning it 72-59.
Individual scoring first for Christian Academy. Jacobson Golly was 7. Stephen Wersch 6. Tyler Lagasse 11. Kyle Christensen 5. Nate Sattel 7. Braden Daniels 17. Tyler McDaniel 6. For the Crimson, it's Perez with 5. Koji Anderson with 10. Thomas Hood 5. Aaron Smith 5. Jawan Northington 16. Eli Roberts 11. Zach Rechtenwall 11. Brendan Sheen with 5. And Owen Walsh 4.
Well, Brad, a great win by the ladies Centurions, but another tough one dropped by the boys, and the defense comes back to hurt them again.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting tonight. Off couldn't get the offense going in the second half. That was probably the most frustrating part there. But yeah, the defense let them down there in the fourth quarter. Emmanuel scoring up at will. Cal cut it to 1, obviously on that deep or long half-court heave before the buzzer, and then came out in an immediate 5-0 run, and that was pretty much it. I mean, that was it. You had the momentum coming out of that break. Credit Manual for coming right back and taking advantage.
And the worst thing on that was Centurion's ball to start the fourth quarter, and they made the steal and hit the shot and got fouled. But that's the way it is. The Centurions dropped to 11 or 10 and 13 on the season. Manual increases to 13-9 on the season. But Centurions are back at it Thursday night at Bullitt Central. We'll be there with you to bring the broadcast if you can't make it, but hope you can to cheer on Coach Hibbard and the Centurions. Big thanks to Mr. Sangali on video tonight. Brad, good to have you back for this game. Biggest thanks to you fans who joined us tonight. For Brad Morgan, this is Mike Mattel saying good night, everybody. We'll see you Thursday at Bullitt Central.